see now. It starts. I'm getting there.
Hello, Tom. Thank you for joining us. We're in the middle of the start of getting finished setting up. So, stick around. First session, we're still working with the folks. We're taking the bold decision to do absolutely all of this live. So, we'll find out what happens in the next 20 minutes.
I supposed to feel, reassured that everyone else was as unprepared as I was.
We've got it all the way and everything. I see it now.
Won't be of great quality, and the scan of this and some of the earlier headgear books are very good.
So, are we one of those swampy regions in the south, isn't it?
So,
well, you don't know where you're gonna be. You don't know where you're gonna be. You're briefing now. You are in the SIU, which is Special Introduction Unit, which is a part of the Southern Militia. So, if anybody can get a chance to read up on the background, basically Terra Nova is a planet. Earth went through a golden age and went out and colonized the galaxy and colonized about 10 different worlds. Then the government collapsed and people were kind of left to fend for themselves in the other colonies. Fast forward now, it's the 62nd century, and about 10 years ago, two poles, and basically there's a large desert in the middle, and then the habitable zones, or really habitable zones, are around the North and South Pole. They kind of formed themselves into superpower blocks, and they were moving closer and closer and closer to an all-out war. They had previously had some wars and some skirmishes in the past, but it looks like this was going to be a big one. And then Earth invaded. It apparently now has a fascist government, and it reinvaded to retake its colonies, and came down with advanced technology, cover tanks, genetically engineered super soldiers, and combined forces of the North, South, and then a couple of badlanders like East River. They managed to drive them back. Most of the Air Forces fled. Some were left behind, either going rogue or by forming Port Arthur, which is like kind of an Earth colony there nearly. And now we're 10 years later, and we're gearing up again for another interpolar war. You are in the SU, so the way the South is formed is basically that there's a few different countries in it. You got the Mekong Dominion, you got the Humanist Alliance, you've got the Southern Republic would be the biggie. Kind of prestigious military there would be the Southern Republic, and they have their own special forces who would be the Legion Noir. So they would be the prestigious guys. You guys are the Southern Militia, which would be like, imagine it is the Warsaw Pact. Imagine the USSR had a military. Okay. The infantry would be the core kind of equivalent of the Southern Republic guys, and Spetsnaz would probably be their special forces guys, and the KGB would be their, secret dirty trick squad. You guys would, like, if they decided, you know what, all of the USSR and the Warsaw Pact should have a military, so we got some guys in from Poland, some guys in from Czechoslovakia, some guys Unfiltered Initiative is a general army for all of the Allied Southern Territories, and the SIU is their dirty trick squad.
Okay. So we're kind of MKB-esque.
I mean, you're kind of and stuff like everything you do will probably be plausibly denied. There's been a handful of operations that have been publicly acknowledged. Stuff and you know, you go in and you sort it out, and if it goes wrong, they'll probably say that was the SIU. If it goes right, then more prestigious special forces will probably not come right out and claim it, but they'll do it. I mean, if there's a highly sensitive political situation which if it goes badly will look really, really, really badly for the forces involved, the SIU will be sent in. Because then if it goes wrong, they can take the blame. Right. See you finished. So
Do people mind if I start posting the Twitch link to the channels?
Not far away.
yeah, go ahead.
Fire into the
Almost
general
there.
population.
Whenever you're ready, just let me know and we will start the mission briefing.
Throwing together a better map for you. I can stick it in the chat. It might help some better resolution.
Terranova.
Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted that as a loading page, really. It's not really essential to what we're doing.
Okay, I'll have
I
to
don't
go
want to link the regions we're going to anyway.
I'll stick it in the back pocket for later, and we can always, if this thing busted out. Okay.
Okay, we're just some people are being a little quiet here. Just
Tell us what you need.
give me a sec.
Anybody object to Englandish space French accent?
Oh, it's Space French. Oh no.
Southern Republic, definitely, people that are based in Quebec, definitely get a feel of the Southern Republic are kind of a France analog.
Shane, could you give me just a sound check there?
Sound check 1 2 3 3 2 1. ABC.
Okay, my stuff's coming in a little sensitive, I think. Sean?
Live from Southern Republic. Going to be giving you all of the best information.
A Mick?
Mary Adel Jaeger. Its moves were fleet as foot.
Alright, give me a second. I'm just going to go check something.
Emailed it you.
Thank you.
And Owen is a nameless man with no rank or background.
Nameless bunch of killer stats.
Nobody on the stream can hear us.
Oh,
Yeah, they can only hear Owen.
deafened, did it? Doesn't make any sense. Let's find out what we can do about that.
Just as where Owen's gone to get some.
Edit channel. There's a bit right there. Okay. Overview permissions. Invite manage.
I mean, the Twitch stream specifically, the one on that stream.
Oh, okay. Right, yeah.
Which is coming from Owen's.
Twitch. Oh, right. Yeah, it would make sense. We're on Twitch somewhere. So we're on Roll20, Discord, and Twitch at the moment.
Yes, live on air.
About to address the UN.
Everyone can see my kitchen.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Right. So we're not. If we don't have any,
We need some more storage space. Where there's stuff everywhere.
I can't do anything about Twitch computer, so we'll have to leave that one on. Right.
No, that's the one. I'm just asking if anyone else gauge the whole, online
That's what I'm just looking at the moment. It's getting my mic at the moment, so I'm just trying to figure out how to. Is it desktop audio then? It might be desktop audio.
So, am I repeating through his mic? Trouble with that one?
I think you can fix so. So someone on Twitch is saying that they crashed.
Oh yeah.
No, it's not working. My mic's coming in, but my mic's coming in. No one else's.
I was broadcast nothing, behind the scenes nothing. To turn all of that off, then we're doing it strictly through Discord players, and it's going out on Twitch through. Something like that. It is. Hello
Yeah.
everybody on Twitch.
Hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up.
We'll have stream incentives at some point, overlays and things will explode. Oh sugar, I can hear myself.
Really happy with your overlay, Mick.
Taking advantage
was
of
thrown
the
together.
Public Holiday in Ireland to do
how's
some
that?
gaming. So,
5 minutes ago. Right, I'll
Is
shut
there a
up.
way to only look at the Twitch chat? No. hold on.
US
Right,
colleague
we're gonna
last
have
week
to
asked me what was the occasion for a public holiday, and it's like it's
Occasion?
the first Monday in August.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, what more occasion do you need?
we've got our
Alright.
first comment. Our first stream buddy. Our first party goer. We've got to work on all of this.
Well, I got enough to focus on with the Roll20 and stuff. So perhaps somebody else can
Yeah.
take the
I
You
think
take
I've got
over
it
that
working.
stuff.
running duty or forward the
This
questions
is
to
a
be.
different-
Yeah,
If
I
anything.
So
got
wait,
around to desktop and it was its own thing, and the speakers were going through it.
Yeah.
I think that's good working.
Yeah, okay, good. Cool. Also, hang on, just make sure. You don't have your webcam audio on, do you?
No, I had it for.
Because if you scroll, hang on, if you scroll down.
the audio. So I was using my Yeti and the speakers for that
Yeah,
one.
but if you scroll down in the mixer there.
Mixer?
Yeah. Just scroll
Ah,
down.
I get you. Yeah, that's off.
Okay, yeah, no, great,
Great.
cool. That's
Okay.
the thing I was worried about, that it would be coming through double.
Perfect. Okay, I think we're good.
You think you have it
Okay.
fixed?
I think so. I think so.
Cool.
Say someone. Hold on.
Right, phones off. Silence or something. Kill my phone for a little bit.
Right,
You
is everybody
you
ready to
noticed
go?
the first time.
Is my sorry, whoever's looking on Twitch. Oh yeah, there it is.
You look fine on Twitch, Shane.
People actually showing up. This is the wonder of a bank holiday. You've nothing to do. Go paint a fence
Yeah.
or mow a lawn.
I put out the call, you know?
Yeah, and here they are. Thank you, party goers. We're delighted to see you all here. I'll be shutting up in a minute or two as we hand over to our GM. But we're on this evening to play Heavy Gear Second Edition. We'll be playing as those immaculate beacons of justice, the Southers. Tonight we're being run by Liam T, who's going to GM us. Hida Owen is our technical supervisor and probably the guy with the biggest guns and the most mastery. We're also joined by Sean, Sean, do you play a lot of Heavy Gear? You
No,
like
zero
you
heavy
love
gear.
Stompies.
Yeah, but that's part of the point of this.
And
Yeah.
Scar, you're a long time mech head.
yeah. I was tempted to play. The character's a gymnast. Maybe I will do some silly roller skating nonsense at some point, and probably get killed for it.
Yeah, well, I'm Savage Mick. I'm just here really to make up the numbers and fill out this bottom corner. So I'm going to disappear for just a second, and we'll hand over to Liam.
Okay, for the record, Shane is the biggest guns because he has a Spitting Cobra,
Spitting
which is a heavy support gear. It has all of the DACA. So, yeah, welcome everybody. We're welcome to the 62nd century to Terra Nova. The group will be doing the starter module, Operation Jungle Drums Redo, or Redux. Redo? Yeah. where they are the SIU, which is the Southern Interdiction Unit, which is the Southern Militia's Dirty Trick Squad. So, like the OSI or something from the Second World War, you go mostly within your own territory, but outside of it as well, to perform kind of covert operations in the AST's, the Allied Southern Territories interest. So that is what our group will be doing now. So without further ado, I shall present you with your mission briefing. So you're brought into Commander Lazarus's office. Commander Lazarus is there. He, you will know, is the head of the entire SIU, and the mission briefing will be given by Jan Augusta, who is your direct commanding officer.
We have an image of him in our Roll20 server, and he looks like he's lost a few inches of neck at some point.
He's just got a high collar.
Yep. So Major Jan Augusta. I don't know. Can people see that in the?
I can see it.
I had to pull it up. It's
Pull it up and have a look. Yeah.
Very serious man, no nonsense. But he is a very good commanding officer. So, and I'll go for a ridiculous space French accent. So, over the last few months, there have been several attacks on the Republican convoys coming back to the Ogadog mines. The bauxite and the copper mines are in the jungle north of the Southern Republic and represent an important source of government income. It is believed that the attacks are not the act of isolated bandits, but of a more organized group. They seem to possess at least 5 gears, and twice the convoys were attacked with rocket launchers. On the following satellite map, and I shall bring up the satellite map, if you guys can see the briefing map there.
Sorry, closing. Is
On
it?
the
Oh yeah,
following
briefly back. Yes, yes.
Small fire bursts identify the last 5 attacks on convoys from the mine, as well as 3 attacks on caravans passing on the road from Madras. The last raids may not be related to those on the convoys, but the speed and efficiency of the operations lead us to believe that they involved the same aggressors. Our mission is to find the bandit base and estimate their forces. You will each have a pencil video camera to record visual data. The probable location of the bandits' hideout is in one of the mountain ranges surrounding the Ogadog Valley. It is important that it is possible that they use small farming and fishing settlements as advanced posts for their raids. The village of Tuadan, situated on the Nob River, has been identified as a potential secondary hideout for the bandits. We will begin by meeting the convoy at point A, points at the map, on day 1 at 0900 hours, and escorting it down the valley. If nothing happens, we will arrive at point B on the same day at 2000 hours. We will then radio Tijuana base for pickup. Should the convoy be attacked, our mission objective is to follow the aggressor to force them to reveal the location of their base and visually recon the area. Now listen carefully. These bandits may have gathered in large numbers, and we know they have anti-vehicle weaponry. Our mission is to discover their base and evaluate their strength, not to take them on by ourselves. Discretion is essential. Once the mission is over, we are to get a safe distance away from the base and fire 4 radio flares at 20-second intervals. Our airlift should arrive within 45 minutes. We'll choose an open area if possible. If we get caught losing a major firefight, we'll send 3 flares at 10-second intervals. If feasible, orbital strikes will be called near our coordinates to create a diversion. This is a last resort and might not be possible to arrange. Do not count on it much. You should complete the mission before day 3, 1200 hours at the latest. Any unwarranted delay will signal the mission's failure. As usual, if any of us are captured by enemy forces, the AST will deny all knowledge of our mission. A small cyanide capsule is hidden in your uniform's right cufflink, should you prefer to deal with capture in the honorable manner. Any questions?
I got one.
Yes,
Why
Lucian.
are you sending on such a boring operation? Shouldn't you have just sent some like dopes in a jeep to do this? I mean,
There are enemy gears. I needed gear pilots to take care of this matter. And your discretion should be, well, it has been counted on in previous operations.
it doesn't sound like any fun. Okay, fine. We'll take care of the gears. We'll make it fun.
You are not to engage in full-scale combat against this base. They will outnumber you. We do not know. They have counted to have at least 5 gears, but there could be 20. There could be an entire company there. We do not know.
This doesn't sound like it's going to make for a great story. How am I'm going to bravely tell people about the time I went and looked at some gears and then went home. No. You're
Nick,
off.
you're muted.
So I am. Listen, I'm delighted to be here, and anything the command needs me to do, I'm perfectly willing, mes amis. I much prefer those sorties where I come back alive with as few scratches on the paintwork as possible. So if all you want us to do is go and take a looky-see, then by all means, count me in.
Boring ops for boring pilots.
If you want glory, sure, go find it. It's probably got a high X round attached to it.
Sell books. That's what we'll do.
We're supposed to be professionals, okay? We're at some point. I think we should probably, introduce our characters, but that's a.
You have all the cells together before, but perhaps a reintroduction for Adriano?
Sure. Well, I don't mind saying it's a pleasure to see you all again as we sortie out. Lyle Vernon, Sergeant, of no particular class. It's just my little joke. I'll be running recon in my Jaeger Commando. I like to keep my enemies where I can see them, like my cards and like my drink. Not that I've been playing any cards lately, mind. Just my little joke, right?
I'm Sergeant Petit. I'm
First Sergeant Petit.
First Sergeant.
First Sergeant Petit.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
Nobody took the command character, and everybody is at the same rank, so somebody has to be in command, and you've got a point of leadership, so that makes you First Sergeant.
Oh no.
Or sergeant.
Oh no, I'm responsible for these idiots.
Don't worry, when the shooting starts, we'll make sure to salute you first, ma'am.
Geek the officer first.
Yeah. So I'm playing Lieutenant Petite. She is the heavy support of the unit. So she will mainly be. She has 2 modes: shouting at people and exploding people, I guess. She's also got a side business as a arena pilot. So if you've seen the Heavy Gear cartoon, you'll know the kinds of odd shenanigans that get up to there. But yeah, she is committed to the cause and is happy to get going.
I don't need to introduce myself because you all already know me, obviously. Sergeant Lucille Stalman. I know you all talk about me when I'm not here. You've surely all heard about my incredible exploits, the greatest gear pilot in the SIU, the most amazing duelist there is. Book coming soon, store near you. You can read it. You can read all about it. And every word of it is true. None of it is made up. And I'm going to prove it to you here on this operation. You can watch.
You are aware that every operation that we conduct is under intense confidentiality, and
of course.
any mention of them in any memoirs will firstly be denied, and second of all, probably result in court-martial.
Don't worry, names have been changed to protect the stupid. All above board.
All right,
Listen
Mr.
up,
Dyson.
listen up, you slack-jawed yokels. The name is Dyson Hoover. It is 2 syllables. Hoover. If you wish, DWF. All right. You mush-mouth mogos are not gonna mess this up for me, right? I'm in charge here.
Well,
Okay,
you sound like a rank, so that makes you a corporal.
Petit's in charge. But when it comes down to it, I am the best here. I am genetically superior, enhanced, and trained. Right? Clear? I see the little blank sections in the eyes where like an idea is occasionally flashing back and forth. No, I am the best. That's clear. Excellent.
You can do all the cleaning up you want, just don't get in my way.
Sure. I'll watch
I
you
mean,
roll
someone to
right
blow
off cliff.
hard, I'm sure we know who to call. Well, what do you say to that, Madame Petite? Seems we've got someone with aspirations of leadership sitting under your wing.
Well, first he has to qualify. Owen, is Dyson a Gelf? I think is the term.
No.
Grell.
He's from the Humanist
Grell would not
Alliance.
be allowed into the SIU.
Yeah, I'm just checking. He just got the good genes.
He's
Can't
from
trust
the
him. I don't
Humanist
know.
Alliance. They
Don't
do stuff to get
Yeah.
selective breeding stuff.
No,
Grail-
that's totally fine.
Grail
I'm
in-
just
Grail,
checking
in
the...
this unit, I don't think so. I don't trust anything that can't grow hair. Naked mole rats, shifty-looking sons of guns. Grell even more so. They come packing some high explosives. So no Grell in this unit.
It's all right. We're allowed to be racist here. It's role playing.
Well, there are. If you want to get in the spirit of things, there's a whole list of light bulb jokes, which I'll find the link to and throw them up. It was posted in the RPGs thread a while back, or no, in the episode thread a while back.
Sorry,
it's all along the
Major.
lines of,
Sorry, mate. Lyle pipes up. He sticks a hand up and then waits to get the Major's attention.
yes.
I'm sorry, Major.
Sergeant.
I'm just looking at the briefing map here. These settlements we'll be operating in and around of. What kind of reception can we expect should we have to come into contact with locals?
They are not in the AST. They are aligned. They are certainly within our sphere of influence. They may be welcoming. They may be hostile.
Okay.
So
okay.
yeah. Okay. Sorry, the map's upside down. I was trying to figure out. Yeah.
Map is upside down.
A lot of places got a north. We just choose to put it at the bottom of our map because the south
I
is
wonder
wide.
if I had to do in fact with the Southern Republic, but anyway.
Okay, so I would direct your attention to Roll20, and I'm going to bring up a random page with no real detail on it, just to set your marching orders. So basically, your column is going to consist of your 4 gears, 10 trucks, and 2 jeeps. So I would like you guys to decide what you're going to do with those jeeps and yourselves in terms of laying yourself out.
Sure.
So let me just.
How do you want to lay them out?
We would have started up north and are coming down the road towards the border. Is that right?
You're starting out of the Ugadog mines, and then you are making your way towards.
So
Yeah,
point
there's point A and point B on the map,
Yeah, so point A is the mine. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Or
or close to it, yeah. And then point B is close to Tijuana, close to Tijuana base.
And we've
Yeah,
got 3 days to complete the sweep.
Well, ideally, you'll get this run done in a day. It could be
And then-
you'll start out at point A, you'll get to point B, you'll have made no contact with the enemy, and then you'll be at point B and go, right, well, maybe next time.
Sweet dreams.
If you do make contact, then yeah, you've effectively got 3 days to figure out what's going on.
So I'm looking at a blank screen here. Are we organizing tokens or?
We're organizing tokens. I guess I probably need to fiddle a bit with vision stuff.
Oh yeah, you might give us
Guessing.
global light or something like that.
Can't see
Uh,
it. As it is.
Fog of war enabled, disabled. Okay,
There we
boom.
go.
Have it now.
So many things.
Well, that's okay. Okay, yes, I see now.
So that's basically a road, and you guys just decide how are you laying out your guys. These will be 50-meter hexes. So the way your 50-meter hexes is that you can get up to 20 size worth of stuff into them. Most gears are in between 6 and 8. Truck's gonna be say 5. So you can decide if you do want to stack up your trucks, you can stack them up. That'll obviously have advantages for protecting them, maybe, but it might also mean if they do get attacked, that somebody having an easier time strafing fire between multiple ones. So
I want to go up front because I have heavy firepower and I do not want the trucks to be caught.
Are we proceeding north or south in this tactical overlay?
you're going from A to B. Oh yeah, well,
But,
I guess from top to bottom.
We're going
Two
from
bottom.
top to bottom.
Okay, sorry.
Two of the
Well,
gears
then,
aren't labeled.
Lyle is definitely going to park himself in the
Pretty good,
rear,
should be labeled there.
give an overwatch.
I am only seeing labels on my own Dyson's.
I
can labels
see.
on
I see.
all-
There's one. There's Lucian, Dyson, me, and I don't see
I
Show
want
the
to
other
name,
one.
check the token settings to make sure the nameplate is visible.
Show nameplate tick. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we can't move the trucks right now.
Show nameplate tick.
We'll be given permission in a minute.
Well, yeah, I was gonna move them because
When are they going to refit these gears with something other than this wireframe local lidar? I mean, I know the elite units get the full spectrum jobs, but I mean, can't we get some cell shading up on this or something?
You don't need
funding is what it is.
lad, you don't need it. You pile up a field. You follow what's in your heart, and you follow that arc through with your machete until it meets the enemy gear.
My heart says stay back here and watch the show go down. Can't wait for the fireworks when you open up, Lucy.
You can watch the show. I'm gonna put on a real big show for you.
I got it all scoped in right here. If you need some help, you just let me know and I'll send something high velocity and mighty handy.
Do we want to be? How's our all-terrain features on our gears? Like, would we be?
Excellent.
especially-
We've got knees. There.
So it depends on the type of terrain you're moving through. If you are in a walker and you're moving on clear terrain, it costs you 1 movement point. If you are moving through jungle, it costs you 2 movement points. If you're moving through urban, it's 2. Swamp, it's 3. So it varies. So you would do a lot better than, say, a ground vehicle, which moving through the jungle would be 3.
Yeah.
And if
I
we
just
switch
say.
to
So
the
this is
secondary
jungle terrain,
movement-
right?
There'd be a road. There's a road through. It's connecting the 2 points. But
I know,
so
but
you're
like-
moving on the road once, but in general, you're expected to be going through the jungle. Yeah.
all
these
all
are-
the gears have secondary movement systems. It's called.
All of them have secondary movement systems. So you can be rocking along on your wheels and you'll have 1 movement value, or you can be going along walking. And each round you can switch from one to the other, but only once per round.
Yeah. It's just trying to get all these on the road and us. I'm wondering, should we be going through the jungle to get more cover and
Okay.
what would that block our
May
line of
slow
sight?
down the column.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's get the
Side by
vehicles
side.
on the road at least.
So yeah, vehicles on the road side
Okay.
by side, 2 by 2.
Do you want a thing at the front, 2 by 2, so stack up 2 per square?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Keep our column short. I'm gonna take a parallel route through the jungle, maintain cover, keep eyes focused from the rear of the column towards the front, looking for.
So basically, like that is what you want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
pretty much.
perfect.
And we got
Okay.
some clear way between. Yeah, so if our rear guard stays tight, and we leave some space between our point and the column itself, it gives us some operational movement. You know, if we run into trouble along a stretch of road that might look a little bit like this. I take it these are mining access roads. They're not paved. They're not particularly well kept. They're
I mean, yeah, they'd be like. I mean, there would be dirt roads. There wouldn't be like full-on paved ones. It's you're
they're taking heavy
pretty rough
machinery.
country.
How about speed 3
Yeah.
times 3?
Uh,
Okay.
current weather conditions has it been raining? Is it boggy underfoot?
It's the jungle. It'll be raining every day.
Right, but these roads, are they draining or are they sort of
They
turned to
will be.
mud
I mean,
for the
they're
rain?
reasonably well maintained. Like it is coming from a strategically important mine to settlements. So
If you can't move the ore, then what good are they?
Just checking. We don't have. There's no chance for reload. We are not getting any reloads until we get to B. Essentially, get to Tijuana.
yes, you would be. You are a gear cadre. So, well, look. Unless you get into multiple firefights, it's very unlikely you're going to need a reload anyway. But
No, just checking.
yes,
Just,
you will
just
be.
making sure the parameters are right. Sorry, I'm just kind of going through my. Actually, I should just make this bigger.
Okay,
Sorry, I'm
so
just
for
looking-
reference, the camel trucks that you're dealing with have a ground speed of 6 or 11. So that means that 6 is their standard combat speed, and then 11 is their top speed. So I would say they're presumed to be going 6 all of the time. So, your gears will not have the speed to be able to go hammering through the desert if they're driving down a road.
Yeah, particularly in mine,
Because
which is, you know,
you're
trying
not going to be able to keep up for 16 hours. You're not going to be able to keep up top speed through a jungle, dodging, jumping over logs, you know, doing all this kind of stuff. So you may want to consider going along the road. Now, at certain sections, you may be able to do that if you're coming along to a corner and stuff. You might be like, okay, I'm going to pop in here, but
We'll stack up in the back on the road then until we need to hit bush. Oh,
Back is a funny way to pronounce the word front, Lyle.
look, not everybody can occupy the same bright, startling limelight as yourself.
Dyson, are you happy being that far forward?
I can pull back a bit. That's fine. But I was just
It's
going to
up
ask
to you.
Liam, what the hell is an SKG? I've been looking up the other weapons. One of them's a light bazooka. I get that. The other one's 3 hand grenades. I'm just going to SKG and I'm looking it up on the weapons code and I just can't see it. Spike gun.
SKG.
Spike gun. Got it.
Yeah.
Grand.
Alright, so just to... Okay, so LMG, light ground mortar. So... Which of my weapons are handheld, is the question. Sorry, it's just like a whole bunch of stuff is like forward arc and fixed forward arc.
yeah. So basically, that will matter for combat facing.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm going to use Dyson here as an example. Okay, if you have a weapon that is forward arc, that's it. You can target everything here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you have one that's front forward arc, it starts off like that,
Yeah.
and basically does 120 degrees out like
Mhm.
that. And then it's the same with the other ones. They basically have, left, right, front, back.
I
just like that.
assume firing multiple weapons in an action would cause dice penalties.
Typically, if you want to take one action, you roll at your full dice pool. If you want to take multiple actions, you take a negative for each action you take. So if you want to take 3 actions in a turn, you take -3 on all actions.
Okay, and it's that's a dice penalty as opposed to a modifier.
That is a modifier.
Okay. Just to
In
remind
general, your dice
people.
pool stays at your dice pool. There's no real reason your dice pool would change.
Okay. Just for the context of the audience, it is a dice pool keep highest system. So it is and modifiers are not huge, so something like a 6 or 7 is quite a significant
Generally, yeah.
result. And
Six-sided Terranovan gambling cubes. We don't need any of that fancy polyhedral stuff. We just roll them bones. See what happens.
Damage modifiers. If you get a marginal hit on somebody, it might just do a glancing hit. But if you get a heavy blow on someone, it will probably kill them.
oh yeah, because damage multiplied by your margin of success, right?
Exactly. So if you
yeah.
got an MOS of 3 and you got a ×20 weapon, you do 60 damage.
So when we hit
If you get a margin of success of 1, then you just do 20 damage, and you mightn't do anything. You mightn't get past their armor.
Okay. So when we hit this stretch of road, how far into the mission are we? We're a couple hours or a day out?
Well,
Or are
you,
we-
basically, you get on your transport and you are dropped off just at the foot of the mines where the convoy is assembling. You get together. It's 9 a.m. and it is already about 35 degrees. It is sweltering. So for anybody who is in a gear which is specifically modified for this, like nobody, because none of you have swamp Jaegers, you won't have a particularly huge amount of aircon. So it is stiflingly warm, and it's only 9 a.m.
Oh boy.
So the day progresses and you move on through. It's pretty uneventful. You're just going down a jungle road and you're going for hours and hours and hours and hours.
I have
until-
desert protection, but no swamp protection. Yeah.
I mean, you're hitting on towards lunchtime, and it's probably up to about 45 degrees. So you're literally just in a pool of your own sweat here.
Man, sooner the retrofit program gets round to getting us out of these sand cleats and into something a little airier, I'll be a happier pilot, I'll tell you that much.
Well, we don't know.
Outrageous.
Next mission could be in the Antarctic, or
Sure,
or
sure.
down in balmy,
All the regions are nice and hospitable.
Yeah, a lot of regions are
You
lovely.
probably want to pitch for getting an away mission to Ashanti. That's probably where you want to go.
I need an away mission on a beach.
Give me a
That's what
lake
I mean.
somewhere. Yeah.
Ashanti is like the Terra Nova equivalent of Ryza.
Like, give me lakeside somewhere. That's where I want to be. Yeah,
Cocktail.
clear blue water in front of you, and nowhere for the enemy to hide.
I mean,
Whatever
it looks like
Lion
this
and
is
Lucian in the back.
Lake Central. Because looks, I just say the terrain in the map you were showing earlier looks very glacial. Like the whole north and south are just all kinds of scooped out small seas instead of just Great Lakes.
Like I said, and it's prime real estate, which is why I intend to get myself together a nice little package and retire there. Of course, how about you,
Zero
Dyson? Where do you
people
plan to
mixed in.
retire to?
I will retire to a senior position in my cohort. That's where I'm
Dyson
retiring
plans to
to.
get shot in the line of duty, I think.
Lucien, you got any plans for after you hang up the Jaeger stirrups?
Writing. Going to write me a bestseller. Already halfway through.
Careful now, the Square Intel boy is going to want a black marker, that one. How about you, Sarge? Hey, first among equals, right? Madame Petite, what's your plan after all of this? When's your service up?
I'm only getting started.
Man, a whole bunch of ambitious folk up in here. I feel like I should have maybe brushed up.
Just give
I
me one
guess I'm
second,
going to
man.
be saluting a lot of you folks for
Have
too
I-
long.
Where's the top of where's the front of the line and where's the back of the
We're
line?
heading south.
We're heading south, so the
Yeah.
top of the map is the front of the colony.
No, the top of the map is where we're coming from. If I'm reading this right.
This is confusing.
Yeah, a lot of places got a north. So
Okay,
I'm currently, if I'm correct, I'm sitting at the back.
I can't see you. None of the gears have labels for me.
That's weird because I can see all but
Sorry,
one.
drop off for a sec.
So let's see if we can fix that before we go any further.
Okay, so if you can see me,
Okay, I've shown nameplate on everything. Yeah.
Yep. Now I can see
I-
I can see three gear
Okay, so-
nameplates.
Sean,
I
which
cannot see
gears
the-
can't you see the names of?
I can own.
nominate
So, can
something to
everybody
ask that
see-
question to.
Miranda Spitting Cobra.
No,
This one
can't see that. Can't see the name of that one, and I can see all the other names on the gears.
Okay.
I can see all of them
Claire,
except the ones at the very
see-
top.
Okay. How about now?
You
Yes.
can see Miranda now.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Dyson. This one.
I can see
I
that.
see Dyson.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
I can see Lucian. And I can't see the one at the very top.
That's me. You're not meant to see me. I'm Recon.
It would still be nice to know tell the difference between the our recon and the enemy recon. It might come up.
Oh, you won't see them.
I got along.
Okay.
Sure don't. I mean, I can think
Okay.
of no more ignominious name than getting shot
Okay,
by my own people.
So
Especially for something I can do.
so the top. Hang on, I want to be at the front of the column, so I want to be
Yeah.
up here. I thought I was at front of the column.
Alright,
Gotcha.
then I will fall back to being at the rear of the column.
So the way
See
this works
everybody.
is that you guys are proceeding down the road,
Mhm.
and there are some people lying in ambush.
Okay.
So
Here
you
we
have
go.
a detection rating, and they have a detection rating. If you are trying to actively search for people, you will have an easier time finding them. You basically get a skill check to try and roll and find them. But the problem with that is it's just like in your submarine movies when one ping only.
If you
You will possibly detect the enemy, but they'll sure as hell detect you because you've just sent out a burst of a transmission to try and locate where they are. But by default, people are going based on their gear's detection rating. And thankfully, out front, you guys have put your biggest gear, so should be no missing that.
I have my gear has the easy to detect flaw. For
Well,
it is
it is-
large.
Bring the pain.
Yep.
say it's
now,
so far so good, right? Nice quiet run. That's the way I like
You guys do have a +2 to your stealth because your gears have all been modified because you're all in the SIU. So although it does have that, if you're making a stealth check, you will have an easier time doing it. It doesn't actually increase the detection rating, which is kind of odd. So let's just get the old detection rules going. I had to quickly brush up on all of my second ed rules here before we started out, but I
Rest
didn't
assured, you're way ahead of me.
get it here. I'm just remembering there's skill checks against 2 skill checks, and there's a possibility of a surprise round where you guys will definitely act last. So,
Okay. Say,
okay, so I
we're
guess
getting
just while
properly
I'm
up
looking
here.
this up, so you guys have your gear sheets, okay?
Yep.
In general, when you're doing your firing, so we've explained the arcs in terms of the front, forward, right, left, rear, and all that.
Yep.
In general, if something is attacking you from the front, you do not take any penalty to your defense roll. If something's attacking you from the side, you'll take a -1. If something's attacking from the rear, you'll take a -2. So getting shot in the ass is very bad, and you typically don't want it to happen. When you are firing at somebody, if, let's say, Miranda here was shooting at Lucian, it's a clear shot, there's no terrain in the way, so there's no penalty there. Let's say Lucian was over here, you're going to get penalties for the intervening terrain and the terrain in Lucian's square. If Lucian was here, there's going to be a penalty because Lucian is in a jungle square.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Sure
So,
thing.
but even though you guys are still in the open, if somebody's shooting out of the jungle at you, if there are squares in the way, then they're going to have that same problem, in that there'll be jungle in the way. Now they can move out of the jungle and fire at you, but
At least we're not raw meat. A nice thick layer of gear is what I like between me and anything coming in on a sort of intercept course.
okay. So vehicle sensor rating is added to its crew's electronic warfare skill to reduce the vehicle's passive sensor value. So, what is everybody's electronic warfare skill?
1.
1.
On our character sheet?
Yep. Hold
Yep.
on. Get that for you.
Is there any
Electronic
more
warfare
there?
level 1.
Boop, boop, boop. Still looking.
Should be in the skills box near the bottom of the
Plus
first
1.
page.
1. My electronic rating is 1.
Okay. And what is your gear's sensor rating?
Oh boy.
Sensor rating on the gear is.
So the character sheet you sent me for the gears is 4 pages long.
Yeah. Okay.
And-
So if you want to
and
look in the chat, there's a nice brief one here. So let's take a look at here. So a standard Iguana
Looks like
Commando
they
has
will.
a +1/4 sensor. So that is +1 to sensors.
So I've got +1,
Okay.
and I've got 1 skill.
Okay. So that gives you a passive sensor value of 2.
Radio.
It's active slash
It's on
passive. Is it?
me, right?
Active/passive. Yeah, that would be base all units, including. Well, I think on the right hand side is your detection value. On that kind of a bridge sheet. Let's just check if the bigger gears are higher. Swamp Jaegers, they're smaller, so they'd have a detection rating of 2. Yeah, that is your plus and your detection.
1 to sensors.
Yep.
If I'm reading the right part of this.
Passive and sensitive. Yeah, that'd be. No, yeah, that has to be passive and thing.
And you want a passive rating, is that?
I want your passive rating because you guys are just wandering on the
Zero
road,
here.
and when stuff happens, you can then say, I'm going to do an active search. Okay. Unfortunately, all of the camels have a large sensor profile as well, and they are trucks, so they are not designed for silent running at all.
Oh, sir.
Let's check the guys.
Run, they go. Say, anyone else think it's too quiet?
Only a little.
Too hot, do you mean? Too sweaty? Too sweltering? I can't believe we're in this jungle. We're above this. We're better for this.
I can't hear you. The sound of my squishing in my seat. It's getting pretty raw back here.
Oh,
Hey, nice cool breeze up front. No.
no, the air
Oh,
is
boy.
the air is sticky.
I've been slicing chunks of it and throwing it out the window. That's how thick it is back here.
Okay, yeah, you guys don't detect anything. So you guys are just, you haven't detected anything at all. So we can go back to active sensors now in a sec, but basically they have detected the trucks and they've detected Shane's gear, but they haven't detected the rest of the cadre. Just based on their sensors and their active and passive values.
Whoever they are.
Wherever they are, yeah.
Well,
So let's look at the
At least with the exhaust of the
Initiative.
trucks, you don't have to deal with the flies, Lyle. Ugh.
Oh, sure. I mean, silver linings abound. Yeah, I'm just choking on it back here, but at least I ain't got no bugs caught in my teeth. Hey, you see the size of those critters? See those razor leaf critters we saw when we got off? I mean, those things would cut you bad. You put a handle on those, you got a steak knife set.
Okay, so right now we have the setup phase of the battle. So commanders must be chosen for each side. I have a commander for my side. You guys have a commander for your side, who is Shane. So basically, what we're going to have is a tactic skill test made by each side. So you don't have any tactics, do you, Shane?
I have one tactic, so
One tactics. Okay. So they will be making their check. You'll be making your check. So
and I have +0 to it because apparently, okay. Man,
You filled
Sounds
in the
like a
forms
remote-
to be in charge, is what you're saying.
huh?
You filled in the form to be in charge, is what you're saying.
I think someone filled in the form for me.
Fair enough.
Sounds like Hoover there is looking for a battlefield promotion.
Just
could have
no.
decided on an officer, but just didn't pick an officer. Don't blame me.
Yeah, we want to be useful. So no.
Damn. It's true.
So I believe you're rolling a d6, Shane. Hey, at least you're
Yes,
not
I am.
rolling 2d6 and picking the lowest. Which is what happens if you don't have the skill.
I genuinely picked my character by the movement values of the gears, and Lucian's gear had a higher movement value, so commander wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I got
4.
a 4.
That's not bad, considering.
I just looked at the
Okay.
names.
Certainly could be worse.
Average.
Here's my text dialogue. Go away this.
Okay. I thought I heard a dice roll there, but I didn't see any results.
There's a result there for Shane.
Oh, there it is. I'm
Shane,
looking
roll
in the
a
wrong
4.
window. We got a 4 there. That's a strong number.
Okay, that is a strong number because they rolled a 2.
Hey!
Hoorah!
All
Tactic
right,
you
it's all
like that.
turn up ducky.
So
Okay,
my,
if during the first round the unit is attacked before it is moved, it is treated as if it were moving at the maximum number of hexes possible for its speed for the purposes of the defense roll. So basically, at the end of every combat round, you declare what speed you're going. So by default, I'll be assuming that everybody is going combat speed, and
Yeah.
you can choose whether you're moving up to top speed next round. You can also, if at the end of your round you have not moved at all, you will be at a negative to any defense roll because you're a sitting duck. Okay. So in general, you want to move up to at least half your combat speed. So is everybody aware of what their combat speed is for their gear?
I have it in miles per hour, but not in hexes.
Not in hexes.
I've got it.
Really?
My
What kind of
primary movement, walk, is 52 kilometers an hour. My secondary movement mode is ground, 83 kilometers an hour.
Okay, standard for an Iggy is here.
I think it's the first digit, essentially.
It is 1/ the other is so standard for an iguana. The iguana commando, it's not really going to be that different. It's 5/9.
Grant?
And the roller skate movement is
Yeah, it's 7/14, and you can switch
Right.
between each movement type in your thing. Now there is also moving. So moving in a straight line, it's fine, no problem. Turning 60 degrees, no problem. Doesn't so you move 1 square, turn 60 degrees, that's fine. If you try to move 120 degrees, it costs you 1 movement point. If you're trying to turn 180, it costs you 2 movement points. But the trick with that is that you move 1 square, turn 60 degrees, move 1 square, turn 60 degrees, move 1 square, turn 60 degrees, and then you've done your 180 turn.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Actually, got I'm just remembering. At least one anime where they just had like a stake on your legs that you just drive into the ground and then drive one wheel in reverse so that you turn around.
Well, you can suggest a R&D, but we're not in that anime now.
Yeah.
Okay, so desired result of the tactical roll should be recorded for each player. Each point results represents one tactical command point that can be played at any time during the game. So, Shane, you have 4 command points that you can use. I'll explain what they can do later on. They can be used to say, let's say somebody doesn't see an attack coming, and they wouldn't normally get a defense roll. You can give them a defense roll. You can also get people. You can also spend to move people, move people's spacing. So you can spend a command point to, let's say, Mick's about to get, a rocket in his rear facing. You can go no, or you can shout, "Lyle, turn your ass!" and spend a command point, and that moves them around.
Okay.
So now, turn 1. You guys declare any extra actions and individual evasive maneuvers for the round. So you can decide now if you want to take extra actions. You can decide now if you're going to take evasive actions, which means you basically just go, I'm not going to take any other action. I'm just going to dodge incoming attacks.
So have we actually seen these people ahead yet, or
You have not seen them.
On your radar.
So initiative determines which side is the advantage during the present round of combat. Each side rolls an action test based on the commander's leadership skill. If only 2 machines are facing each other, piloting skill is used instead of leadership. Highest result wins, draws are re-rolled. Record the MOS of the initiative roll. The winner receives a number of command points. So you got 2 command points for your for this round. Yeah, so then activation phase, basically we will activate, remove any or all units in one combat group. So basically we'll then activate gears 1 at a time until we've run out of stuff, okay?
you can definitely tell this was built with a war game in mind.
It really was, yep.
Oh, Liam, you call on us as you need us to give you answers?
Okay, so basically, I guess initiative has been rolled, but they didn't win, so they're not going to be taking They're not going to be taking the first activation. If you guys want, you can just kind of defer activation. Decide his turn and then to play more. Use the combat group. Okay, decide the least number of combat groups decides which side will play first. So that makes sense. They're going to decide they're going to go first, okay? They are declaring extra actions. They are going to take 2 actions each.
Okay. Those 2 actions: send fruit basket and hearty hello.
Okay. So then, are you guys declaring any actions, or are you declaring evasive? Are you declaring additional actions, or are you declaring any evasive maneuvers?
Is moving up to combat speed and making an attack 1 action, or is that 2?
Moving is just an assumed thing you're doing.
Right.
And same with changing changing speed modes.
Yeah.
Changing movement modes isn't assumed to cost you an action either. Generally, it's things like attacks, running, and an active sensor sweep, engaging your electronic countermeasures if you wanted to jam opponents' comms and stuff would be considered an action.
Alrighty. No extra actions.
Okay. Mick?
I'm alright for extra. I'll just stick with 1 action.
I'm going to move into the undergrowth on the. By this map.
We'll handle activations one at a time.
Okay.
First, but are you taking any extra actions?
None. No.
None. Okay.
What,
Sean?
what is the cost to extra actions? Like, what is the reason for doing it versus
You declare I'm going to take 3 actions, and you take a -3 penalty on all dice rolls.
Okay, so you could just take extra actions in your turn and you just get negatives on your rolls.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no extra actions.
Okay, Shane?
No, I'm happy.
Okay, they are going to activate. So they will activate one gear, and I will bring it from one map layer to another.
Hey.
So,
Once it's activated, code, do we see it on our sensors or?
I mean, when it hops out of the jungle and opens fire, you'll probably see it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna write in my notes. We got ambushed.
Layer
Started earning our.
token layer. There we
Finished,
go.
mate. We started earning our pay. That's what we're here for.
So it's gonna go. Why can't I move it now? Because I'm on a different layer. I am back on that layer. So yeah, cool. Right. So it's gonna go 1, 2, and then fire. It's gonna fire twice. It's gonna fire at. Let me just check. Is this one of the? This is the Black Mamba. Yeah.
It's getting right up in our grill.
Okay, so it is going to get fancy, and it's going to open right up with its autocannon, which has a no, it's autocannon. It's LRP, which is light rocket pack. It's got a rating of fire 4, so it's going to go full on fancy, and it's going to target both the Spitting Cobra and the APC that's in its square. So what it's going to do is it takes a -1 penalty to its rate of fire for each of the targets it's shooting at.
Wait, so hold on. So it's attacking with 3 bullets then? 3 rounds?
It's going to generate 2 attacks, which will be at rate of fire 3.
Okay, so that's 2 actions. Okay.
Well, that's 1 action.
Wait, so you can just. Okay, so.
Full
But
auto,
now-
you can
To
split
be
targets.
fair, I have my rate of fire thing, my walking fire action thing done.
Basically, you can walk fire along 2 targets for 1 action chain, so you can hit 2
Okay.
people or more. It depends on how high your rate of fire is.
How do you? Where are the weapon stats? Because all I have on my weapon, my weapons is their ammo and their arcs.
So
It should be.
you see the 3 or 4 letter acronym for every weapon.
Yeah.
In the core book, there is a weapon table. What weapon are you looking at?
All of the.
So give me one.
DPG.
DPG is a deployable pack gun that's by 8 damage, -1 accuracy, +2 rate of fire.
That's what you use when you run out of every other ammo.
Oh, okay. Which case, what is an LRP 24?
LRP 24 is a light rocket pack 24, by 12 damage, -1 accuracy, +3 rate of fire. And indirect fire is an option.
By 12 -1 +3 and.
Okay, so rate of fire 4 costs 16 missiles.
Yeah, he's unpacking his lunchbox.
What is a VB?
Vibroblade.
Oh
By
my
8
God,
damage
sorry.
melee weapon. +0 accuracy, +0 rate of fire.
Wait, no, this is the Pathfinder weapons table. Why is it coming up?
That is the wrong weapons table, Shane.
VB is something you catch off Shayla's.
20, that's
not
20
careful.
years and 2 genres in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I know. It's just like I was expecting Google to point me at this instead of the.
Where's the damn walking
I
fire
bought
bit?
the
Not walking fire,
drive-through
yeah, there we go.
RPG POD of this. It is not the best quality PDF. I have to squint myself down to 2020 to read it, but it does have all the tables.
Ian, we're more than happy to have you sort of hand wave enemy action.
Okay. A number of targets equal to the weapon's rate of fire +1 may be attacked. For each target, the weapon's rate of fire is reduced by 1 for damage purposes, but not for ammo expenditure. All targets must be on weapons with weapon firing arc. They are. Each separate attack is rolled separately. Each individual target may be attacked more than once per round, but the same weapon, or may not be attacked by more than once with the same weapon. So yeah, that's it. So we just say attacking those 2 at rate of fire 3. So that is it. So you're moving combat speed, he's moving combat speed. So let's check our attack roll. So point blank is the same square, so to fire at the Badger it will be point blank, you'll get a +1. Firing at Miranda Spitting Cobra will be at +0. The attacker is simply moving the attacker is at combat speed, so that's +0. and the defender will then worry about the defender's roll. Okay, so there is a -1 accuracy penalty on an LRP. And this particular gear pilot has... Sorry, didn't get access to my printer, so I couldn't print this out in advance. So I'm flicking through the PDF to get its stats.
And if he had a +3 rate of fire because he's shooting at multiple people, it goes down, so his bonus goes down because he's shooting at multiple people.
Is that not when you're making multiple attacks rather than...
Isn't he not making multiple
If
attacks?
he uses against multiple targets in a single action, the number of targets equal to the weapon's rate of fire +1 may be attacked. For each target, the weapon's rate of fire is reduced by 1 for damage purposes, but not for ammo expenditure. So you basically can't like mullock everyone out of it for full damage.
Okay, sure. So he's taking 2 actions, -1.
Yep.
He is taking a
-2.
-1 penalty for the accuracy. Sorry, it's -1 for every additional action. So -1 for accuracy, -1 for thing, accuracy, multiple actions, and then the multiple attack.
So the multiple attack thing, I think, only kicks in when you're doing damage. Like that's
Yeah,
the
it is.
rate of
It's
fire
just the
kicks
rate
in.
of fire is dropped by 1. Yeah.
So it's just for damage, not for hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's at a -2 then. Okay, and he is rolling his gunnery, which is 2 dice with a +1. So he's at 2d. So slash or 2d6 +1. Except it's 2d. What's the higher one? Is it K?
KH1. So
KH1.
slash roll XDX KH1 +1 or ±1 or whatever your modifier is.
KH1.
So simple.
7.
Wait, so
That
that's
is-
7 at -3, or
No, I've included his minuses already. He's up
Wait,
plus.
so he's
Oh,
at +4
sorry,
to-
no, that would be minus. So hang on, he's at -2 total for his attacks because he's got multiple. He's got the multiple attack and he's got the accuracy penalty. And then he is. So that should be a -1 rather than a +1. So it would be 5 would be his attack. So now you have your defense. For your defense roll, you have the maneuver rating of your vehicle.
sorry?
So you're going to be rolling
I'm getting-
piloting. So I believe your piloting is what, 3d6?
Hold on a second. Okay. Sorry, just swapping and changing a few things. Okay. Yeah, my heavy gear palette is 3. Oh god damn. 3 + 3? 3d6 + 3. Jesus.
Yeah, no, that's why I said you're the gun bunny. Okay,
and my
so
maneuver is -1, so I assume.
that will
that-
become 3d6 3d6 + 2. Okay, now we're going to keep going. Hex has moved. You're assumed to have been at combat speed, so there's no negative there. Attack is from the rear, so you're at -2 because the attack's coming out your rear. Now, if you want to spend a command point, you can shift yourself up to 120 degrees as the attack is coming in. So the attack will just be coming in. Well, you can turn it. You can't get it. You can get it to your rear flank. You can get it so you're just at a -1. So you'd be going 3d6 + 1. Otherwise, you're rolling 3d6 flat.
I'm looking for a 5.
Looking for a 5, yeah.
Or do I need a 6 to
No, you just
Dodge the
twice
5.
go to the defender.
Okay. I'll these tactic points, are they per round or
You get them every round, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do the tactical
Okay.
swivel.
So I
Go on,
believe if you hold Alt on your figure, you can get it to go. You can get it to. Is it Alt or how do you?
So if you
change
click
Hold
on
on,
your
I'll-
token, if you click on your
control?
token, you
no.
should get some handlebars. You may have to move it out somewhere you can see them. And then there will be a handlebar that sticks out. It's a light blue.
Oh, there. Oh,
Grab-
sorry.
You grab
There
that
we go.
and twist it.
I've got it.
Now
I've got it.
hold-
I've got the handlebar and twisting.
Hold Alt, and it will reposition.
No, the
itself.
handlebar showed up.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
when
it's
you,
very
when you
it's
wanted
visible. Into the
to, yeah,
Hi,
when
Mike.
you wanted to when you want to
Can
alter
you hear me,
the-
Mick?
Yeah, when you want to alter the facing of a token by anything other than 90 degrees, you'll have to hold Alt when you unclick to have it respect your decision rather than snap to a grid.
Okay, so you want to move 180 degrees. So put yourself lined up with one of the squares grids or one of the hexes grids. So we know you're facing for sure with that you're 120 degrees off. So it'll be hitting you in the let's see,
Side rather than the rear.
rear. That'll
Alright,
actually
sorry.
bring it around to your front arc.
On the front.
I think if he's in the rear.
120 degrees.
That will be that is your back. You've brought him into your front arc, so that means you are rolling at you're no negative from the attack from the rear, so you are just rolling at 3d6 plus 2
Okay.
because you just have the -1 maneuver penalty for your gear.
Okay. Alright. 3d6. Okay, 1 plus 2. Wait, sorry, I'm used to Discord where it's an exclamation mark.
Same.
3d6. Okay.
Oh, don't worry. I mean, one of the real treasures of Roll20 is just how intuitive it is and easy for a new user to pick up. Sorry, I couldn't make it all the way through that without laughing.
Yeah, so
It has its moments, though.
Well, it's free. So you got a 7, so that means he comes in and just steps out of the jungle and just opens up with rocket fire, and you see it come at the last minute, just your instinctive tactical knowledge of ambushing, and you manage to dodge it. Let's see what with the other guy who's getting this walking fire. The poor badger. Poor badger gets. That should again should be a -1, so he gets a total of 4 rather than the 6 that I'm lying about there. So I can't imagine a truck driver's skills are particularly good. Let's see.
For a moment there, and the
He's back.
the Twitch videos are all in the wrong place now.
Okay.
Oh no.
Once
I hold the balance of power.
Once
I
Mick
am
comes
the
back, it'll be all
star.
good.
Okay, so actually he's rolling flat there because it's point blank because he's in the same square. And a trucks. A camel has maneuver -3. Oh
Liam,
dear.
Can you give us a moment, Liam, as we sort out a little technical issue? We
Yep.
had Scar drop out
All right.
momentarily. So
These things happen.
Owen's on it, Scar's on
Okay.
it.
Is he coming back? If he's coming back, I'll just leave it. It'll pop back to where it should be when he comes back in. And if it's not, I'll fiddle around with him.
Fingers crossed. So
Hopefully.
far, we haven't heard from him. Scar,
Sorry?
Liam, can you just describe the last couple of seconds for the
Okay,
audience
so we have
member? What just happened?
we-
wait, hold
have-
on. Sorry. I did I actually disconnect from Discord?
Yes.
Yes, just give us a second here, Liam. Do you want to just tell us what just happened in the game?
Okay.
Okay.
Can I just raise my hand first before I say? I did not hear any disconnect.
Great,
No,
well then-
no cut audio at all. It was only video.
Well,
Okay.
your video's gone.
Cool. Liam, you want to just recap this last mad, frantic second of action
I heard
Okay, so-
everything.
so
there
we
was no
resolved-
cutting anyway. I didn't need to.
for the audience, Scar?
For the audience.
resolved.
Okay.
We resolved the attack on Miranda. A gear came out of the jungle, opened up with its light rocket pack at the badger in its own square and on Miranda's spitting cobra, and Miranda managed to definitely dodge out of the way. Unfortunately, the badger has a significantly worse movement rate, so let me just get it here. The truck drivers maneuvers. Apologies. Okay, so the Jeep drivers are +1, and they have 2 in their driving skill. So they're at 2D +1. Unfortunately, they are driving Jeeps, which probably aren't very good in terms of their maneuverability. It wasn't needing a -3, but that'd be -3 for a truck. So they're at 2D +1. They're in the rear facing, so that's at a -2. So we're at 2D -1 so far.
feels like we're going to have to give a piggyback to a truck before we're done with it.
Maybe it might still be alive.
Okay, and Antelope is maneuver 0, so it might do okay. So yeah, it is just at a 2D -1.
Oh wait, so it's not aiming at a truck; it's aiming at a jeep.
Yeah, that's the one in its own square. So it hopped out
That's
here,
right.
and there's a jeep here in its own square. It got
Okay,
its
so I
hook
thought it was
forward.
firing at the truck, not the jeep.
I might have been saying truck, apologies, but it's the one in its own square. So it fires, and that is a 5. A
Yay.
5 versus
6.
it was.
It was a 5.
5 versus 5, which is a flat roll.
Yep.
Is it?
Because they should be rolling. That should have been a flat roll from the attack, which would be a 5, and the defense is a 5. So that's a flat roll, which is a wash. Unfortunately, for its third attack, for its second action, it's going to make its attack on one of the trucks. Because walking fire is just one action. So let me just check the Rise of Flying Black Mamba and check the arc.
The line into the trucks. Stop them, boys.
So he's going to spend a movement point, and he's going to let's see, hang on, where was he? Started here and he moved, so that costs 2 movement points, 4 movement points, 5 movement, no, 2 movement points, 3 movement points. Yeah, he'll spend 2 movement points to just turn. Alright, so 1 movement point turn in 60 degrees, and he'll open up on this truck with his medium autocannon. And he will not use any rate of fire, so he'll just pop one shot at it. Oh, it's RF1. You know, he'll use one rate of fire. So let's go for a shot. So he has 0 accuracy penalty. He is at short range, so that's +0, and that's it. So he is at no accuracy penalty. So -1 for moving. So he's just rolling 2d6 flat. Two, not very good. Okay, and the truck driver will roll his defense. So he is in a truck which is maneuverability -3. So he is going to be rolling. This is in his front arc, so he's no penalty there. He has moved, there's no penalty there. So he's just at his maneuver penalty. So it'll be 2d -3. -2.
Can we just hand wave the
Boom.
stuff above the trucks and the
Flat,
jeeps?
no problem. If you would prefer, he's just throwing an extra second at them. Now you guys get to do an activation. So,
Who would like to go?
so who are you activating? Who's going?
It
No, you go first.
CEO's
Me?
got to call it.
Technically, I guess. Sure. I'll just. Do we have like tight comms that we can just tell people you know?
If they want to make an electronic warfare check to get into your comms, it's a possibility. But in general, yeah, you're military. You've got encrypted comms.
Okay, I'm just checking to see. Eyes out. Try not to destroy anything identifiable. I'm going to. You can move. Yeah, I'm gonna. So I want to move 1 hex forward, and sorry, where is the?
Yeah, so that will be in your front, but not your front arc.
Yeah. And we're gonna open
turn
up the
60 degrees,
autocannon.
yeah. Okay,
Try the autocannon him.
sure. Okay, so you are firing your, what is it, a medium autocannon or a light autocannon?
It says HAC. It's a heavy.
Heavy autocannon, okay. Let's just check the heavy autocannon. Okay, we'll check the heavy autocannon here.
It is by 12 damage, 0 accuracy, +1 rate of fire, and range 3, 6, 12, 24. So he's well within short range.
Okay, so you're going to have a short range, so there's no bonus there. You're not at point blank. So your attacker moved at combat speed, so there's no bonus there. And are you using rate of fire?
Can I use that to add to the attack?
You don't get a bonus on the attack, but you get a bonus to your margin of success if you hit.
That seems fine, yeah.
Okay, but you just move. You use up extra ammo doing it. Is the only thing. So, okay, so your attack roll is just your straight attack roll then, because you're at short range. Your opponent has you have moved at your combat speed. Actually, you've only moved 1 square, so you moved half combat speed or less. So you can have a +1 for that.
Okay.
And your opponent is on open road, so they've no obscurements to give you a negative. So yeah, you're rolling 3d6 plus 4, is it?
Well, my base is 3d6 plus 1.
Your base is 3d6 plus 1. Okay, so you're going at 3d6 plus 2.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. I just want to check. Yeah, so I'm a good pilot. I'm a decent shot.
So that'll be a 7.
Yeah, 7.
Okay, and then for his defense, he's rolling his piloting, and he is, let's see, defender's movement. Hex has moved. He moved his moving thing, so that's 0. And the attack is on his rear flank, so he's on a -1 for that. So he's just rolling straight 2d6 against a 7. This isn't going to go well.
No.
That's a
Times
2.
12 damage, you say?
That is.
Yeah, by 12.
So let's get this straight. So you got a 7. And he got a 2, so that gives you a margin of success of 5, and you used your rate of fire, so that gives you a margin of success of 6. Your damage was what? Times
12.
Times 12.
Times 12. So you do 72 damage.
Yeah.
And his armor is let's see, his armor is 17. So if you get more than 17 but less than 34, you would do a light. Sorry, if you get less than 17, it's nothing. If you get between 17 and 34, it's a light. If you get between 34 and 51, you get a heavy. And if you get over that, you're into overkill. So that is a straight up kill.
Seems like this is a suicide run.
Scratch 1 gear.
So let's see. He does have a chance that his ejector seat will kick in.
So I think I ignored my own advice there. I just sort of destroyed him.
I don't know, man. That was quite the maneuver, Madame Petite. It's a joy to watch you work.
Thank you.
So let's see the old ejection and evacuation. When a platform suffers an overkill result, there's a slim chance the crewman will escape unharmed. Roll 6 on 1 die. The chance improves on vehicle design which have a specific ejection mechanism built in. So let's check the Razor Flying Black Mamba. It does not have an ejector seat listed as one of its perks. So he is rolling a d6 and hoping to get a 6.
In a campaign, a player can spend XP to make sure that actually happens.
They can. So what you can do with XP is you can either buy skills or you can buy emergency dice. And if you buy, just like in Warframe when you burn a fate point, with this if you spend 5, you're found alive miraculously in the wreckage.
What happened? What hit me?
He did not roll a 6, so this gear just explodes. Just kablamo. Showered into wreckage with just a spray of heavy autocannon fire into the back of it.
I'm sorry, I expected him to try dodging or something. My bad.
So let me just point out something from a mechanics point of view. There is nothing in the game that would prevent exactly that happening to a player. If you have enough XP, you can get out of it. So this is an
why I went into the cover of the jungle.
Extremely dangerous system.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Rate of fire. If you get a margin of success of like 1 or 2, It's fine. Gears take a bit of damage, but once you rack up, if you flub a roll, and your opponent gets a really good success, you're just dead.
Yeah, my gear is the heaviest one in the entire squad. That would have one shot me as well. Though I would also be rolling overkill.
Is it too?
I'm
So
not impressed.
how do you get out of this
Anyone
chicken
with that big a gun.
stick outfit? All right,
Might
moving
switch-
on.
Yeah, I might
Okay.
switch to slightly lighter weapons next time.
What's next?
What's next is that the opponent gets to activate a gear. So give me a second to flip onto my other lair because these guys are still hiding out in the jungle.
More grissom.
Uh,
feel like we're about to get broadside. I feel like we're about to get broadsided.
You're drifting further and further south.
It's time to let chat vote for new actors.
I don't really think
Let's
it's more
flick this
south than you start
guy.
talking a penguin.
lair, token lair. Okay, back to token lair.
The Twitch chat is alive for this one, guys. It's actually great.
I don't know.
All right.
Oh. There we go.
So a guy
I was
moves out from the
there,
jungle.
Brought me
One,
egg the other day.
two. Yeah, he hasn't detected you guys. So he thinks he's just coming out to attack a bunch of trucks.
Ooh,
So
okay. Uh-huh.
he steps out here and goes, "Oh, holy prophet! I better do something here." And he's going to turn his facing, and he will fire on you guys. So he will fire on. Let's see. High. He will go for. Actually, you know what? He's got a moving point left. Let's get him in there. Boom, into the same square, so he gets point blank.
I don't like this.
So two gears can occupy the same hex.
You can, yeah. Two people can occupy the same hex. Up to 20
We're big
size
boys.
points worth of gears can go in. So generally, you can get up to 3 gears, unless they're particularly massive gears, into the same square.
It's a party.
This just got interesting.
All right, so this guy is going to. What's he got? He has an LRF. He has an ATM. He has an anti-personnel grenade launcher. No, let's not go with that. Let's go for.
Time for a bit of a Donnybrook. Time for
Anti-tank missile.
fisticuffs, boys.
No, he wouldn't have been going actually with an anti-tank missile. I think he would probably go for the light auto cannon. So, yeah, light auto cannon does very little damage, but it's got RF +2, so he's going to open up with RF +2. So, let's see his attack. Attack roll. So range point blank +1. Attacker's movement +0 because you were going combat speed. Minus any obscurement total. No obscurement total. So he is rolling, and his weapon has no accuracy bonus or negative. So he is going.
Lyle,
From me.
it's been nice knowing you.
2d6 +1 on his gunnery. That didn't roll right, did it? That just says 2.
2d6. You can hover over to see what the.
What's the calculation
You
was?
didn't. Did you say is it keep highest 1? It needs to do. I think it needs to be keep
Yeah,
highest
Yeah,
1.
yeah, you need that.
Plus
Oh,
one.
right. Is that why we got a 2 on the previous roll?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, well, 4 is a bit of a step up for him anyway.
Okay.
So we live and learn. So that poor pilot of that Black Mamba learned from.
Why I'm rolling my dodge, but it's not working. Oh no!
So Lyle, you were getting an attack coming into you. So let's check your defense penalties. So I guess when he's moving in, he's coming at you from the front. So there's no facing penalty there. The defender's movement, you were assumed to be going combat speed, so that's fine. And the arc of the attack is from the front, so he's no negative. So you're just rolling your full defense for this attack.
Defense for this Jaeger is. Where did I
You're
find
rolling your piloting, and then you're adding your agility.
So Kyle's piloting plus agility. Dun-dun-dun. Pull that up. Piloting is buried in here somewhere. Why does this guy not have a piloting skill?
He should have a piloting skill.
Oh, I'm misreading this.
It's probably 2.
It's a skill.
HG piloting.
HG pilot.
HG pilot.
Lyle Vernon
level 2
is
attribute
HG
plus
pilot 2
1.
plus 1.
Yeah. So I need to roll 2d6
So yeah,
and add a 1
slash
to the roll.
4.
So 2d6. D6 2 plus 1 to the roll. I think I get a 5.
Yes, you get a 5. Okay, so you shake off the attack because you got a 4, so you are fine. So you guys now get an activation.
Oh, you want a Donnybrook, do you? Oh, it shuts off, boys. Here we go.
You gonna respond in kind, Mick?
Yeah, I can tag back, right?
Absolutely.
You can, yeah.
So
What's your weapon of choice?
at the same range, yeah. Let's just look at what a Jaeger.
Well, your
Jaeger
guy
commander
probably
has.
wants to get that vibro knife into action.
Yeah. So in a quick motion, Kyle stows his sidearm or his battle rifle, and whips out the vibroblade from the side-mounted thigh sheath, bringing it up in a swift motion, targeting that Jaeger's right in the sweetmeats, right there between the sensor module and where I think the pilot's head might be. So, what role do you need for that?
Is this narrative flourish, or are you actually making
Hand-to-hand.
a called shot for?
He's right up in my grill, right? So it's going to be.
He's right up in your grill, yeah. You can make a called shot. You just take a -1 to your attack.
No, that's just flourish for now. I'm sweeping with the vibroblade.
Artistic flourish. Okie dokie.
There you
So,
So hand to hand is 2 plus 1, level 2.
hand to hand is you're having fisticuffs with somebody. When you're in a gear, I believe you're rolling piloting.
Pilot check again. It's the same. It's 2 and it's level 2 plus 1 attribute.
Yeah.
So I'm
you
gonna
are.
Have dueling.
Some of the bigger weapons require gunnery, but I think punching, like knives and punching, are piloting.
Unless you have dueling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless
so
you've got heavy gear dueling, in which case you can use your dueling skill. So you are going for attack roll. No, that's specifically mentioned in the attack roll. Where's that? No, my GM sheet table doesn't seem to. It lists everything in terms of gunnery. It doesn't list anything in terms of the what happens when somebody tries to stab somebody while they're in another gear.
Many
when
weapons.
it comes to vibro knife, that seems
Page
like an
141.
oversight. I'm just checking.
It's gunnery.
see anything
It's
either.
gunnery.
Point blank, right?
You're still using gunnery?
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
Sorry, the vibro machete uses gunnery.
Seems
Yeah.
odd.
Page
Oh, it does,
141.
yeah.
That's the way I say it.
So what's dueling for?
I'll take a look at that. But if it
Okay.
is dueling of a
Liam,
specific
do you want to make a
section,
call here? What do you want?
Uses his gunnery skill.
My
Applying
gunnery-
fire control as a modifier.
It's a gunnery skill.
If successful, emergency success is worked out and the damage calculated as normal. A melee weapon's damage multiplier is listed in the weapon section in the vehicle record sheet, along with
Okay,
the special
well,
ruler effect.
I'll take that. My gunnery HG is level 2 and attribute plus 3, which is
Okay, does your gear have a maneuver bonus?
my gear has ×2. No, that's maneuver arm, maneuver bonus. Where do I find it? Easy to modify, fuel efficient.
You are in a Jaeger Commando.
I am
It does not have a maneuver bonus.
right. No, it doesn't. It's 0. That's true.
Yep.
So what do you
Okay.
what do you need? 2d6.
So then you're just at you got a bonus for, so going through it, gunnery skill, fire control of the vehicle, weapon accuracy. Does the weapon have an accuracy bonus?
Vibroblade.
Vibroblade plus 0. Okay. Range, point blank. Yeah, check. So you get a +1 for that. And the target has moved combat speed, so there's no bonus for that. So you are rolling 2d6 plus 2. Take the higher.
2d6 plus 2. I'll take it. I think I can manage that. So 2d6 is 4 in total. So 2 plus 2 is 4.
Okay,
Not a
and he's
good
going to
roll.
roll his defense, which will
Is it not
be.
pick the best?
It is take the best, yeah.
Yep.
But he happened to roll 2 2s, so.
Can't do nothing about that, folks.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so the defense roll is his piloting, which is 2d6 plus 2. Sorry, 2d6 plus 1. Defender's movement. So that's -1. Yeah. Oh, of course, you haven't moved at all. You didn't move.
No, I didn't.
But you declared your movement. So all that stuff will kick in next round.
So this
Okay,
is
and
the
Yarka's, so he's
supposedly-
just rolling 5. He's rolling 2d plus 1. And he gets a 6. So he nimbly dodges your attack.
grand, and then I move past him.
Yeah, you can move your movement, so you can move on into the jungle if you want, or you can move
Yeah.
down the line, whichever you'd want to do.
So I break east into the jungle. How many hexes
Sure.
can I go with my current movement?
So your movement in your Jaeger Commando is 4 hexes, and those are jungle tiles that cost 2 movement each. So you can move 2 hexes into the jungle.
So I move to there. So I break east after a very brief engagement with this bloodthirsty revolutionary. I career off into the jungle, going, "Fair do, mate. You're as mad as a dingo on acid. You're not going to catch me with that sort of maneuver. We got trouble in the rear. Trouble in the rear. Coming from east. East. Repeat. East. Contact."
Miranda's just going, oh god, he's just gibbering again.
Okay, they get an activation, so they are going to again. Let me get onto my GM layer. Pop out of here. Let's move them onto the layer, and they're unaware of what's been going on. Oh, there's a bit of radio chatter about contact, but they're going to hop out and boom. They're going to just lay into a truck.
Surrounded by amateurs.
Oh, get an
We're
activation next.
surrounded by enemies.
So he's just
Oh,
going
but
to
the
open up with his autocannon. So that is just going to be 2d1 plus 1. Rolling flat.
Ooh.
7. That's not going to go well for that truck.
That is not.
So the truck
we're
driver
we're
is
losing
doing
material here.
defense roll, maneuvering the vehicle, -3. So he's at -2 anyway. And the attack is from the side. That'll be alright.
Oof.
Oh well, there you go. You just that's a mine. Oh no, that sign is going the wrong way. So false hope.
4.
So that should have been a 4. So 4 against 7 is a margin of 3. He has his light arrow cannon makes it a margin of 5. So that'll be 40 damage against one of your trucks. Your trucks have 8. So that is a truck toast.
Hmm. Oh well.
So that's overkill on the truck.
It's a classic combat, classic ambush. They're hitting the front
Well, you know,
and the rear of the column.
Light
they're
anti-tank
kind of
vehicle
right up
weapon
the middle.
against truck blow up.
Uh,
Pity that guy had 1 day left to return.
Okay, you guys got an activation.
Okay,
sure.
I think we send in Dyson because he's got 2 guys on him.
Alrighty. Do you want me to take out the furthest away guy or the closest guy? Or this
You know,
guy or that
You
guy?
could. You haven't got the thing. If you have the range, you can use the walking fire rule.
Right.
If they're in the same arc, and if you have the range, you can fire on both of them.
I don't have the
by
rate of
dropping your rate
fire,
of
I think. I don't have the rate of fire because I've got effectively 2 single fire weapons and hand grenades,
Okay.
but I'm not using hand grenades at this range. I'm
Sure.
going to try and take out the guy at the back here. So, if I turn, I think it ends up turning 2. Mick, you were saying, how do you turn on this?
So
Click
if you
your
click on your token,
Yeah.
you should see some handlebars near it, light blue.
Well,
It's,
about
I
about
see.
a centimeter above it, there's a dot there. If you click on that
It is a very
and hold
grey
Alt,
blue.
you can turn it.
Yeah, it's
No,
a very
the
grey
thing
blue.
to
And
bear
it's
in
kind of
mind
blanked
when
into the
When you're not
background.
turning through 90 degrees, is that you'll need to hold down Alt before you let go
Yeah.
to have the token obey what you want to happen, rather than snap to an orientation that's more like a square grid.
Alright, Dyson turns on a dime, whirling his gear around in action, readying his light bazooka, and surges forward. Right, now, I took basically, I think it's effectively, my first turn's free, my second turn is a point of movement. Second point of movement moves me into that square, so I'm going half combat speed, I think.
You are, yes.
Yeah. So I want half combat speed. Okay, that's a +1. I'm in the same square as this dude. That is a +1, so +2. My weapon has no accuracy penalty. My weapon is not got any range issues. What was his speed?
His speed, he went full combat speed.
All right, so that's +0.
Yeah.
My skill is 3d6. My link stat is +3. So that should be /roll 3d6. Keep highest.
This guy's got to be toast.
No, keep highest 1.
Are you
Plus
using
5.
rate of fire or?
No, I'm not,
Just gonna-
because I do not
He's
have
just
that kind
using
of
a
weapon.
bazooka.
He raises
Is this a light
bazooka,
autocannon or?
trains the bazooka on the guy,
Jesus.
and drives in.
Okay, and just want to know the bad news for this guy.
What about the bad
There's a
news?
multiple attacker penalty. If you get attacked by multiple people, you take a -1 for each additional person coming in at you.
Oh.
So he's just going to be rolling 2 dice, take the higher.
What are you firing, Owen?
Killing fields are
A
powerful.
light
in this
bazooka.
Oh.
I've got one armor piercing shell from him. We'll see what happens.
Light
That
bazooka,
is
515.
MOS 4.
All right, cool. So that means my MOS is 4. The damage on a light bazooka is 15. So that's a nice 60 damage.
Nice 60 damage. Okie dokie. And he is in his Jaeger, which has 15 armor. So that is over 45, which again is overkill.
My gear would have just barely survived that. Just as a point of reference, and my thing is this big stuff.
Owen has also made an absolute munchkin.
Yeah, but
You don't say.
Look, everyone else was
Two
lazy.
main combat stats, and there's 2 main combat skills. I'm gonna
And we-
put them at. I'm gonna put both of them.
And
at
we don't have
3.
10 minutes to find out why that's not true, so we're just going to assume
No, it is true. It is true. But like, I looked at the game and I said, okay, this is the game they're playing. That's fine. I
wanna
can play
die.
that game. You know.
He didn't want to
Okay.
die. He didn't want his character to die. So
Yeah.
he had to max all the combat stats.
All right, they are gonna go for an activation, and
Seems like a suicide run.
another guy is going to pop out of the jungle. He's gonna pop out. There's layer, token layer, boom.
oh damn.
Oh, so fucking who was going to fight? This is here is a.
He
fresh
is
start.
going to try walking fire with his light rocket pack, and he's going to target Miranda, and he's going to target Lucian. Okay, so we will. So he's taking a -1 for that. He has a -1 accuracy penalty for the weapon itself. He has no range penalty, and his attackers are simply moving at combat speed. So then he is just rolling at a -2. And he's going to be taking. He's going to open up with his full RF, which is for light rocket pack is 1, so that drops to light. Oh, actually, can he do that with his? I think you might actually have to have. You might need to have rate of fire 2 for this. Boop. Apologies, guys. I'm here going. Yeah, let's go crazy with this weapon. Oh wait, maybe I can't.
So I had to think
These
about it.
nameless mooks will never get the
Walking
better of us.
fire. Number of targets equal to weapons rate of fire +1 may be attacked. Okay, so that's 2. That's fine. You can do his rate of fire 2, but both people will get a rate of fire 1 shot at them. So let's start out with Lucian. You are being attacked in your rear facing, so we'll just do his attack first. So he's at -2 for his attack. So that is in total 2 dice -1. So that for him is a grand total of 4. So now your defense, you are rolling. You're assumed to have been going at combat speed, so that's a 0. Your attack is in the rear facing, so it's -1. And then the maneuver rating of your vehicle. So, Sean, what are you piloting? A Blitz Iguana.
A Blitz Iguana.
A Blitz Iguana has maneuver +1. So,
I'll take your word on that because there's so many stats and numbers on this sheet.
so you're basically rolling your piloting plus your agility +1 -1 because it's coming in as your rear facing. So, just basically
to
your flat piloting.
Get the audience to sort of break down. There's like 3 or 4 pages in each of these mech sheets. The first one is just the real world stats, quote unquote, including the cost in local currency to for the military to buy it. The second one is the stats of the mech, and the third one is all of the weapons and perks, including a handy diagram showing which gubbins on the mech's picture are the various weapons.
Just all sorts of numbers, and yeah, it's
Oh,
it's
I'm just working off this little sort of card that has a couple of stats and a picture of what it looks like, and some logos, and I'm very happy. So far, so good.
So, Liam, you wanted something off me a second ago.
So
Yeah.
roll 2 dice. Well, what's your piloting? Heavy gear piloting.
Sorry, I had a question. What is dueling? What is heavy gear dueling compared to heavy gear piloting?
That is so.
Why are
It-
they different?
Why are they different? Yeah, it's a good question. Heavy gear dueling would be if you were going a melee. It's because it uses. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really do the dueling rules. There's a whole separate dueling rules, and if you're trying to do stuff with a flourish, it comes up, but it's not really that well documented in the core book itself. There are splat books for dueling.
Kind of arena mano a mano gladiatorial stuff.
My
Exactly.
character,
My character's
my
supposed to be one of
character's a
those as
duelist.
well, and I don't have any dueling at all.
My character is
on.
a duelist. I've got a dueling skill.
Okay.
And
You
it's
can use
better-
that for melee attacks.
Yep. Okay. But you want a piloting skill from me, so
Yes.
my piloting is 3 plus 2.
Okay. So 3 dice with a +2.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so roll 3 dice, take the higher with a +2. Okay, so his attack misses. The next attack then goes in at Miranda. So he makes his attack. He gets a 6, so that brings it to a total of 5. Now, Shane, you are rolling your defense. So again, you are taking your maneuver penalty. You are assuming 0 movement. The attack is from your front, so that is fine. But you have been attacked by 2 different targets, so you're at a -1. So whatever your piloting is, -2.
Okay. I thought I was facing the other direction.
That's your head, isn't it?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
like, I thought.
That's a good question. Yeah. What facing is, are feet the front or is the head the front?
I was going with feet as front because
I was
that's
going
the
with
way
feet as front.
the mech's looking.
Same here.
Okay, sure. Well then,
I don't know why, but it just seemed like the thing to do.
All right, so
the feet
I'm
in front.
assuming-
Okay.
1 for rear attack and 1 for
If you consider
Multi-attack
for
penalty?
the
Rear attack,
Yeah.
multiple attacks, and maneuver penalty for vehicle. So it'll be at a -3.
Oh yes, sorry.
if we look at the map and consider all the trucks to be facing in the direction they're traveling, then all their feet are front.
Oh,
So-
sorry, I forgot to move the KH one,
That's
but
a
yeah, I got a 5.
5. Okay, so that's 3. So that's an MOS of 2.
Hmm?
And they are firing.
No. I have that's 86 straight because I have +3 normally, and I took my history and penalties.
So you got a
Oh,
5.
so it's straight. Okay, so 5 against 5 is flat.
Yeah, and is there no
Okay.
cover penalty for the train I'm in?
Oh, yes, there will be. There'd be a -2. In which case, well, I mean, it was already a tie, but now it's better than a tie.
Okay, no, I just since we're keeping track of so many things, I thought I'd just get our procedures right.
Sure.
Mistakes now are probably preferable.
Okay,
He said
so you
having
guys have an
already-
activation.
Well,
Yeah, okay, I'll
let's keep
go.
up.
So, there's one beside. So I want to move, so I've got movement down. If I put on my SMS, can I like kind of roll up a few squares, roll back down, and chop this guy with a machete?
Well, you can just move backwards at half speed and then move forward with half speed. What do you like?
Sounds like a cool maneuver.
I'm just checking the rules under dueling. Jules 31. That 31 is the fronty fluff bit of the book.
So
That
there's
does
no
seem
actual-
like.
Our rules index.
Peace
What
out for a moment.
stat is
folks.
what stat is dueling, Luke Thunder?
Yep, the main index is not. It lists dueling in the splat booky bit of the book, but not in the actual rules bit of the book. So
Is it a talent possibly rather than a skill? Is it like a?
yeah, it's a skill.
I'm not seeing it in the skill list.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that they added later on because
Yeah.
I mean heavy gear dueling. If you look for heavy gear stuff now, it's arena is the big one.
Yep.
And then the blitz is big as well, which is the kind of the battlefield one. So those are the two ways they're played. Should say blitz is probably the bigger one.
Probably a splat book thing.
Yeah.
Just use it.
I mean,
for
I guess
his
in
melee
theory
skill.
is if you're using dueling, you're forcing your opponent to use dueling. Most people don't have dueling, but that seems a little bit.
What's your gunnery?
weird.
What's your gunnery, Sean?
gunnery is 2, dueling is 3.
I'd say just let him use dueling for the gunnery, or instead of gunnery for melee attacks, and that'll. Or
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that solves it.
Okay.
So you're gonna go up and knife this guy.
Yeah. So
All right.
let's see. So, but if I put my SMS on, my movement turns to 714. So can I move 14 and attack, or can I attack and then move 14?
You will be at massive penalties if you're going to be rolling around like that, and you also can't move top speed now. You can only move combat speed. At the end of the round, if you want to if you want to go top speed, that's fine.
Okay.
Basically, you declare your movement speed for the next round. So you can move up to whatever now, but you can't go into your top speed range unless you declare it at the end of the round for next round.
And just so I understand it, when you say negatives, what kind of negatives are we talking about? If I want to move and
If you're moving at top speed, you're at a -3. If you're going combat speed, you're at just +0.
okay, yeah.
Now, anybody trying to shoot at you is gonna have a hell of a time doing it as well.
If my SMS is on, is that not combat speed? Is that faster than combat speed?
It basically just increases the number of hexes you're moving, which, for the purposes of making defense rolls, can be good. So if you were to move, let's say, 10 squares, you get +2 to your defense when you're trying to defend. Just because you're moving so damn fast, people are having a hard time locking onto you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so my plan is to whip out the machete, do a flourish, chop some of this gear off, then drop my wheels and drive up towards the next gear for the next round.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so
I guess
let's
start.
let's wheel around here, move into his square.
Great. Now, how much of a turn was that? Was that one
That was
20? Was it?
So
Okay,
2
that's
points
one
of
movement point.
one
Oh, sorry, two
for- oh,
movement.
yeah, sorry, no, yeah, six, 3 for 60, 1 for 120. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
And I moved into his hex, which is another one. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, drop the tracks, rotate, fly into him, axe spinning in my hand. So I just make an attack roll. Is that it?
That is
So-
correct. Yeah.
So so my dueling is 3 + 2. Do I
Yeah.
need to take anything else into account?
Let's see. So you are in a Blitz Iguana, which is +1 maneuverability, so you get a +1 for that. You're at Point Blank, which is another +1.
Okay.
However, you are surrounded by jungle, so that's a -2. So you're rolling, just your 3 plus. Was it 3 + 2? Was it?
6 + 2.
Okay.
7.
All right, and he is rolling his defense. He has had nobody attack him as yet, so he's no multiple attacker penalty there. So he's just on defense roll is maneuverting the vehicle. That's flat. Defender's movement. He just moved combat speed. Attack is from the rear. No, it's straight in. So he's at 2d +1. So he gets a 6.
Margin of 1. Okay, so by 8 is 8 damage.
8 damage, which is not enough to penetrate his gear's armor.
So 8 damage is actually 0 damage. All right.
Yeah. So it's like a glancing blade. Your Viper blade just kind of scars along the front paint of his gear.
Okay, so say the number of hexes I move is I want it to be high. Is that right?
You are harder to target if you move more hexes. Yeah,
Okay. And can I double back into the same hex again? Actually, you know what?
you can. Yeah.
I'll just keep rocking forward. So a half speed for true jungle, and I can move 7 hexes wheels on. So that's I can.
Well,
fly.
except your speed is different if you're going along. Jungle for walkers is 2. Jungle for ground vehicle, what you are if you have your wheels down, is 3.
Okay. So I'll back onto the road then. So that's another. See if he's that way. Another 1 point of movement to turn again. Move to this hex. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I can make another one to go 6, and 7 to keep facing him. Does that make sense? So I've moved 2 hexes, and I've used 7 points of movement to kind of like wheel into his hex, give him a chop, wheel out, and then about face, so I'm not showing my back to him.
Okay. Lastly, they get an activation.
I hope.
What do you guys want to be doing? So after these guys remove the last guy, you got all your trucks and stuff like that. Do you guys just want to ignore them, or do you want to have them drive on down the road, or what do you want to do?
I would say they should probably try to make a break for it. Does anyone disagree? We have radio contact with them, right?
Oh, you would,
Yeah. So yeah, we can have them. There's a chance there's another. Yeah, there's a chance there's another ambush up the road, but we would want them to get away from this one.
Everything looks fine.
Right, this guy's going to open up on the Badger with his light auto cannon. So, let's go. Boom. Versus, that is... Okay, 2 rate of fire. That is a margin of 4, which will be 36 damage against the Jeep.
Let's see.
And your Jeep has an armor of 4. Boom.
Oof. That's what the LMGs are for.
I missed
Yep.
those jeeps.
Okay, so you guys are just saying to the trucks, just hightail it. They have a movement of 7, and they can declare to go to top speed next round if you want.
Don't want to get too far ahead of it in case the stuff, but yeah, definitely they should stay moving.
Okay.
Get clear of the action of the
3,
operational area.
4, 5, 6, and it explodes.
Landmines, baby.
5. Do you get them to keep going, or call a halt?
I think once the first one explodes, we'll probably tell them to.
No, you
Clear
cowards!
the way.
Drive through the
Hey,
mines!
Stop exploding, you cowards!
can't explode twice.
All right, so they come to
Right.
a screeching halt around the ruins of the previous truck.
This is how ambushes work.
Yeah, no, it's almost like they're good at this or something.
Well, we
Well,
gotta be better.
2 of them have exploded so far, so they may not be that good at it. All right, and that's the end of round 1.
So we've lost a truck and We've lost a truck and a
Sorry,
jeep, but
give me-
they've lost 2 gears.
1 second here, guys.
They've definitely spent more money than we have in terms of losses.
Well, considering there's 8 previously successful raids, we have a little bit of catch up to do. Alright, so there's 3 on the table, and there's still 4 of us. Do we have
Yeah.
to roll tactics again?
Yes, it's a tactics off. So,
All right.
Always we are checking initiative to see who gets the upper hand.
all right, they got a 4.
Oh, sorry. Dash R D6. That's a dash 4, not an R.
This is going to make a great chapter in my next book.
Okay.
You're gonna have to make it out alive
6.
of this
So again, you
chapter.
get an MOS
Like
of
a
2,
book.
so you get 2 command points to do stuff with force movement and get people to dodge and stuff. So.
All right. Okay.
And again, they decide who goes first because they have the fewer number of units.
Right.
Good to know. Means we got them outnumbered.
Yeah, well, there's only 3 of them left. So, who was going to go first? Or where the Unfiltered are they going to go? Yeah, there's a hell of a lot more heat here than they were led to expect. So, I think that it's probably time for a tactical retreat. So, 1,
Who sent these fools to attack us?
2.
No, the South will not be overcome by such rebel scum.
Yeah, let's go turn and 1, 2. So that actually head is the facing is the way they're going. Okay, right. I may have done that wrong. So that's one of their activations.
Is he just going fall out? He's not shooting back before he moves?
Oh yeah, there's no. Actually, they would have had to declare evasive actions at the start of the round, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah, we never did that. Whoops.
Well, the things have gone south. So if you guys don't mind me changing my mind, I'm going to say they're going to declare evasive actions and cheese it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. I don't think we're going. Does anyone particularly want to have declared having multiple actions? Or-
No, I will not have.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay with this. And yeah, they can go. They can go as evasive if he wants.
Okay.
All right. Who wants to take our first activation? Sean, do you want to reclaim Lucian's honor?
Man, I rolled well. I've got no honor to declare. I made a very, very good slash. But yeah, sure. I can't reach this person.
What you don't realize is that there's an L on that gear's armor now. That was totally deliberate. He was like,
Yeah,
God,
there's my mark forever.
remember, Lucian.
is there a tracking beacon beside that L by any chance?
So I don't think I can reach him deep in the jungle because that would be like two points of movement for every hex. So it's 2, 4, 6, and if I'm on legs, my movement is 5, and if I'm on treads, my movement is 7. So which one would be 3, 6, 9? Well,
You have a gun, don't you?
Madame Petite, tracking enemy motion to my north.
Okay. I've
What do you
got
wish
that.
me to do?
There is also that guy. You don't have to go after this guy. You could
Oh,
line
yeah,
up on
right.
Miranda to get him, and you can go over this guy.
Right, Sean. Okay,
Yeah,
Lucian.
You may have noticed I tagged everybody with either red or blue, so you could your
Yeah.
friendly fire mechanism thing was on.
So 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
Be
I
really
see.
confusing if I did this.
Slashy.
Yeah, go ahead.
So that is because he's in jungle. That's I lose 2, so it's 3d6 keep highest 1 plus 2.
Yep.
6.
Okay, and he is.
I tried to cut his nose off with a flash from the
Generated a vehicle, flat movement. He hasn't moved this turn, but last turn he moved. It's combat speed. He moved 5 hexes. Well, actually, he moved 3 hexes because there was jungle on the way, and the attack is from the front, so that would be flat. 6.
plus 0. So 0 by 8 is still 0.
Okay, next. There you go, an activation. This guy is going to, well, he declared, oh, and they were declaring evasive action, so they get a bonus to their defense. This guy is going to also cheese it, so he's going to take his free turn, 2, 4, and that is him. He's going to declare top speed next turn. Next.
I want to get the last one before he starts moving too far away. So,
Well, there's also this guy, so there's 3 of them left, but they've decided
Yes,
this ambush has
okay,
not
yeah.
gone well, so they're
I'll take
fine.
Lyle. You're north.
Put me on it, Commander.
Yeah,
I'll take
Lyle,
care of
take
this.
Cut
So,
their legs off.
activation. I am going to. Is it a movement point per turn?
First
facing?
one's free.
First one's free. So if I go
Yes.
1, Unfortunately, roll 20 does not.
Basically,
help.
every time you move a square, you can turn your facing 60 degrees.
Okay,
So one facing.
Facing. So, I
So you
get to
can move. You can
there.
move one facing,
You want a
step
tactics
forward,
point?
move another facing, step forward, move another facing.
No, I
You
believe
want
this
tactics
intervening.
point so that you can get 2 free turns before we start.
Oh,
Because we've got 2 tactics
probably
points.
don't need to
One
spend it
for
on
me, one
this.
for you.
Lyle is going to move to there and take a bearing on the mech to his north.
All right, you will be at a -4 penalty for intervening terrain.
Okay, well, this is
Because he's
more
in
of a,
jungle and you're firing through jungle.
yeah. This is sort of a
That's why I'm saying to take the tactics points, get 2 free turns, and then just go straight south from your starting position, straight
And
north, and
close with them.
close them off.
Okay, so I can close to there.
Yeah,
How's that look?
and yeah,
Okay,
and
I'll take that tactics point. I close on looking to cut off the retreat, and I will unload on this mech with. Let's see, what's an ATM is an
Anti-tank missile.
Anti-tank missile. Yeah.
That's gonna do an off. This
Yeah.
looks.
In general, unless you're using a deployable pack gun, which you have to take time to get
Yeah.
it and go, the rounds are kind of 30 seconds long, so you can be assumed to be, switching armament and,
I think
unholstering.
unloading one of these things into a retreating mech is a Lyle move.
I think it's a war crime, but
We have many ways of describing these things where I come from, but the victor, he decides. So, an ATM into this mech as it withdraws is Lyle's weapon of choice right here. So, ATM, forward arc, +1 accuracy.
Yep. So your range is short. Your attacker, you have moved at combat speed, so you're +0, and then -2 for the terrain.
So I'm at -1 total, right?
What's your plus?
So it's
+1 for the anti-tank
accuracy is +1, and it's a gunnery skill, isn't it?
Yeah, so your penalties are a total of -1. So it all depends on what your actual skill is. If I think you're TDC
okay.
+1, is it?
My gunnery is. I have it open here somewhere. Find the tab. There's the. No, that's not that. That's not the tab. It's a different tab. Bear with me, folks, as I go hunting for the right tab. It is this tab. Here we go. Gunnery is +3.
There you go.
Level 2 +3. So
Ooh. Okay, so you're rolling at a +2 then.
yeah, 2 dice +2.
Yep.
I get an 8.
Rolling their piloting and their movement. They've moved. They moved 3 hexes last turn, so that's a -1, and the attack is from the front. So they're at a -1, so they're just rolling 2d6 flat. Oops, that's the same problem I had where I didn't have the 1. They get a 6. So
I got an 8.
So you got an MOS of 2.
Say hello to my little friend.
What is the damage on your anti-tank missile?
The damage on that bad boy is times 25.
So that's 50 damage.
Yep.
Uh,
It is alright, I only brought about a dozen of these. I intend not to carry them all home.
So 50 damage against that poor little Jaeger is going to do it. So 15, 30, 45. You're into overkill again.
Quick chat, I have to ask you now, was that offensive enough for you?
Boom! He did not get his 6 on his ejector, and there is no thing.
Golden ones there, folks.
It does have a reinforced cockpit, but it did not do it any good. We haven't been getting any light or heavy shots for us to actually take a look at the table. So
okay. So question after
if they're all like that, who needs more than a dozen? Huh?
Yeah. So question for you after that mech has been splattered. That weapon had the tags guided and indirect fire. What is that?
Oh yes, that is a point. So
I think it's also
indirect
+1
fire
accuracy.
is that someone can forward observe for you, and you can, like a mortar, shoot at somebody with it. And guided is
So you know all that charging forward stuff you guys do? That's just so you can see things for me to shoot at.
That's also so you can see things for me to shoot at, because I have mortars.
Good. +2 modifiers and attack
Noted.
rolls versus targets that have been tagged by allied target designator.
Cool.
Ah,
We don't have a
no
designator.
one has
Okay.
laser sights, I assume.
Well, I know in the heavy gear campaign I played for a while, my typical tactic was to hide behind a rock and then raise my. It had a target designator on a boom, so you raise the boom and just point at stuff for people with
Selfie stick
heavier
warfare.
armor.
Heavy gear. No one likes a fair fight, right?
No, not especially no.
I think my armor had a gear had armor. My gear had an armor of 8 or something like that. So if anything hit me, like small arms might do it. Like what I have MOS.
You all go on ahead. I'm just gonna paint things for you. Range
Yep.
that up.
Oh, you know what I just remembered? Those guys were doing evasive actions. Okay, I have to remember a bit of evasive actions next time. Because they would have got a bonus to their defense roll. But anyway, let it stand. So who is next? They get an activation. They don't because everybody's activated.
Okay. I think I'll do the not very honorable thing, and
More war crimes.
I'm trying. I'm going to try to disable this.
Sean, these people are terrorists.
No, listen. I'm gonna leave the war crimes out of the book.
These people are stains on the jungle floor.
You have identified. So you have been attacked by what appeared to be a razor fang black mamba, a Jaeger, and a hunter. 2 of those are southern gears, and 1 was a northern gear.
Okay. Well, all right. So, yeah, I'm going to use the last command point to do a free 120 turn.
Okay.
Oh God, actually, I'm not going to be nearly so liberal as I thought. Because, all right, so I'm going to do a third turn with 1 movement point and two movement points to get within 1 hex of them. And do I want a heavy rockets? Heavy rockets seems like such a.
We're not here for a long time, Scar. We're here for a good time.
I do have an awful lot more heavy rockets than medium rockets.
There you go then.
What's the rate of fire on a HRP 48?
HRP 48.
That's a heavy rocket pod 48.
So, +4.
Okay, I don't need
Accuracy
that
minus
many.
1, rate of fire +4.
Times 20.
So you would use 16 rounds, I believe.
I don't. Okay. I feel like
I'll have to
that's
check
probably.
my rocket rate of fire.
Can I just not use my rate of fire and just see?
Look,
You
listen.
well, with rate of fire, you say I want to just use 1 shot. I want to do rate of fire +1. I want to do rate of fire +2. I want to do rate of fire +3. I want to do rate of fire +4. You decide. You decide how heavy you press that trigger.
Counterpoint, Shane. We're not here forever. That ammo, you don't want to end the game with that ammo still sitting in your magazine. Light them up.
Goes off very quickly.
You know how budgets are. You know, if you don't
Don't spend it.
use up your budget for ammo this year, then next year they're going to slash your budget for ammo. So you know you might as well put up with everything you have.
Okay, the main thing is I wasn't sure. Do we want to
Bureaucrats.
completely obliterate that square mile of jungle so that we have nothing to identify?
Funnily enough, there are rules for saturation fire.
We can identify them when they're dead.
Not if they're reduced to their component atoms.
Now,
I'm gonna-
now, hold on here now. Fission weapons are banned, so there's no nukes in Terra Nova.
The lab
We'll
was pushed
find
out.
a way. You just need to try harder.
All right, what did you go
yeah.
for?
I'm gonna go rate of fire 2, and yeah, just try to stuff a couple of rockets up his tailpipe.
So you are attack roll. So you're rolling your gunnery skill, fire control of your weapon. So do you have a fire control? Do you have a plus? Let's
Yes,
check.
I
I don't
didn't
think I've
see
got
it
the
last
stats.
time,
I got a Kodiak. I've got the stats for a Kodiak, which is pretty similar. Fire control 0.
Yeah, fire control 0.
Accuracy of the weapon.
Someone has the HRP 48.
I think it's -1.
Rockets usually are.
It is -1. It's
Yep.
-1.
Yeah.
+4.
Cool. Great. So then you have you're at short range, so that's +0. The attacker's movement. You are moving at combat speed, and then that's it. So yeah, so you're
Is
at
there
and then
jungle?
obscurement for 2 points of jungle.
Right. So I'm at 0. So that's a 5.
Okay, and they are rolling their piloting skill. Yeah, cool. Defender's modifier. They have only moved 2 hexes. So it's 2 hexes, so they are at a -2 for that. And the attackers from the rear, they're on -1. However, they're doing evasive actions, which is a +2, so they are rolling flat. 5 as well.
Right.
Okay.
So just start blowing holes in the jungle, and teaching Terra Nova who's boss.
That's it. There's no such thing as climate change in Terra Nova. Climate's already weird. Okie dokie.
Dyson?
So, Dyson.
All right.
Next.
So it's all down to how much I can move here, really. So that's one.
Iggy Commando is
I think it's
5 points of movement.
5'9", is it?
Or 7 if you go to 5'9", yes, but you
Yeah.
can't go to top speed because you didn't declare last turn.
Yeah.
So you can declare
yeah,
for next turn.
Yeah. Oh.
Do we want to declare we're going top speed next time? Does everyone want to try chasing these last couple guys down, or?
We need to know where they're going. We want to find their base, right?
Probably if going 5, this is probably the best you can get
Yeah,
in
I
terms
think
of
so.
in there.
I'll just do that. Yeah. So I'll go to there. That was combat speed, so no bonus. Intervening terrain, in terrains, total of -4.
Yep.
He's got defensive stuff, but that matters for him more than me. I'm at short range. Anything else? Not really.
And you are at his rear flank, which matters for his defense roll.
Alright, so I'm just going / ED3d6 -1.
He is again. He only moved 2 hexes. Attack is coming on the rear flank, so he's at -3 for that. He uses defensive maneuvers, and he's got a +1 attribute, so that is again rolling flat.
Yeah, so I'm going 3d6 -1 because of the terrain and the way and everything else. So.
All right. Well, he got a 2.
So I got a 2.
You got a
2.
Oh, because it added it all up. Okay. For a second, I was going 6. Oh no. So 2 as well. So again, yeah, just bullets whizzing all around him, but no hit. So have you guys got any activations left, or is that everybody?
There's the trucks, which I think
Hold position.
we're just sort of telling to sit tight, don't go past the thing. Does anyone have anti-landmine equipment?
You can run. So you can use. You can take a look at it. You can roll. You can use your active sensors, or you can use your IO beams to detect them. But we can deal with that after combat if you want.
I'm just asking if the trucks have any way to do it. If they don't, that's fine. Tell them to sit tight, watch for any more ambushers, and
perhaps not competently. They'd be looking with their IO beams. They wouldn't really have a sensor suite.
yeah, that's understandable. I'm just checking to see if they have any option. If they don't, we'll figure something out. Just tell them to stay frosty but stay vigilant.
All right. So next round, they are rolling their leadership. As are you.
Okay.
They got a 4.
Sorry, I keep putting hashtag or exclamation mark for my. Oh dear. Okay. I do not have the tactical wherewithal to deal with people running away.
Sure. They have less people, so they are going to be activating first. Or they're going to decide who's activating first, and they're going to decide on themselves. So which one will heroically decide they're going first. They both have the same stats, so we'll just decide who's the commander, and they'll bravely decide they're going first. So I need an or there. /or d6. Okay, this guy is the commander. He's going to decide he's going to go first, bravely. So he has... Where is my Jaeger? 7 movement at top speed. So he's going to use a command point to... well, actually, no, the first one's free, so he's going to turn for free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, yeah, he knows how this goes. He's going to free move, and then another command point for a 180 turn. That is his activation.
Does he want to face us or face away from us?
He's facing towards you.
Because right now he's facing away from us.
No, he's facing. Wait.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, so my intent was that he's faces towards you, because otherwise he was moving backwards through the jungle. So now he turns to face you, because then he isn't at massive negative to his defense.
Looks like we don't have an actual system for this.
The reason why Commander Petit can't deal with this is because enemy gymnasts never ran away.
He generally didn't try and kill the enemy gymnasts, though.
I don't know. Sometimes some
Saying
of
the
us
rings and a gear. You might be gold medal at the Olympics, but not here.
All right.
Well,
so
we're all feeling very
first
comfortable with
activation for
this
you
combat
guys.
situation. Okay.
Weekend activation. I proposed Commander Petit take care of the remaining gear.
So there's no way to turn rate of fire into additional accuracy.
There's not.
Right.
So it's only on top of it. Where does the rate of fire get added onto? It's not on your
Damage.
Success. It adds to your margin of success.
That's
So
your
if you
margin of
succeed,
success.
if you succeed by 1, your rate of fire goes from being effectively a margin of 1 to a margin of 4.
Okay, but it doesn't turn
more
a 0
bullets
into.
down range is better.
But he damaged his last turn. He got a 0, so that didn't turn into a 2 with his rate of fire +2.
No, you still have to
Succeed.
You still have to win.
He's not the win.
So have to get at least one success to increase it. That's fine.
So adding more rockets to doesn't help.
It does help kill him, because if he only succeeds by 1 and he's out
Yeah.
of 3 rockets, all of a sudden that's an overkill compared to maybe just scratching the paint.
So if you look at a light auto cannon, it's got damage ×2. Sorry, it's got damage 8.
Yeah.
Unless you're rate of firing with that, you're not going to do any damage to anything. Whereas if you're rate of firing 2, the kind of minimum damage you're going to do is going to be 24.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at this here. Like my primary weapon is the vibro blade, which only is a +8 with no rate of fire. So I guess I'm looking to always get a major success to like try and
Pretty much. Let me check the weapon entry for Vibro Knife to see if it does anything funky, like bypasses a chunk of armor or something. When you score armor hits, you also knock down their armor, but unfortunately, every hit that we've taken so far has been a lethal hit, so we haven't seen those rules come into play. Either a lethal hit or a glancing blow.
It's just +8 physical attack. No other notes.
What's the accuracy on a MRP 18?
MRP 18. It is 2, 4, 8, 6, -1.
Do I have any accurate weapons on this thing?
Probably not. These all have indirect fire though.
Does that?
So the whole thing with heavy gear is it can be a little bit boring in that it tries to accurately reflect combat in that you generally throw piles of fire out and don't score that many hits. So that's why initially when we're opening up, I was trying to have multiple rolls at multiple people and multiple targets, because even though I'm taking a -1,
Yeah.
oh cool, I scored a 6 there, great. Even with a -1, that's a 5, and I'm fishing for hits. So it may be that you'll blow fire at these guys and you won't hit that much, particularly with this where they're running away in the jungle.
So indirect fire doesn't ignore the terrain.
Indirect fire. So let's say Shane here was forward observing for one of you guys.
Yeah.
You can ignore the intervening terrain.
Okay.
You can basically treat him as if the attack was coming from his square.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So really, it should be Lucian getting into face-to-face contact with somebody, and then Shane raining fire on that person.
In theory, yeah.
Potentially.
That makes sense.
Or Shane just rocks right up into your man square because he's right beside him and just gets into him before he gets to run away.
Or
But
Lucian
on
needs to
those
get a
occasions
better
where
melee
it's
weapon.
wide, you've got the option.
Look, listen, I have what I was given,
Yeah.
which is I was given a dueling mech with a vibroblade. That's it.
You've got some other weapons, right? like,
I have a light rocket pack. And that's it.
Okay.
But like that's at a -1, and I'm a worse shooter than I am a slasher.
Yeah.
I'm rolling higher numbers to stab people than to shoot them.
Oh, let me tell you about the Jaeger Commando. It's got guns. It's got guns for days. It's got guns I don't even know the names of. There's guns all over this thing. I don't even know what this button does. I'm gonna press it.
What
There
about
are some
hand
gears.
grenade?
There are some gears where the most offensive weapon is an anti-personnel grenade launcher.
And it's a chunky mother.
That is definitely a war crime.
Where are we in the round?
So there's no ignore cover or ignore terrain weapon properties, is what I'm hearing.
Not that I can see.
Not so much. You got attack nukes. They ignore terrain.
No. So yeah.
Well, if you get into the same square, you're not taking an additional penalty for the intervening terrain because you're
That would
just
require
in
being
that
able
same
to
square.
move at speed.
All right, Liam, what do you need from
Well,
us?
there's a guy in the square adjacent to you.
You're telling
Oh,
right
sorry.
beside
I thought he'd moved for some. Okay,
No,
never.
the other
yeah,
guy's
sorry.
moved.
The other guy moved. I was wondering,
Okay.
what is this debate? Just hop on the guy beside you.
All right.
The
I
adventure
will.
party rolls, folks. We don't believe our eyes, or ears, or anything in front of us.
Could be a mirage.
Yeah. Okay. Can I?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm
DM trick.
I'm aware that my main weapon is 1/3 used its ammo, and I'm not sure how much adventure we have left. Okay, I'm just going to fire the MRP-18. Screw it.
Go for it.
Okay.
Booyah.
Does it have rate of fire?
It does.
What's MR
plus 3.
19 do, Tommy?
I'll fire with rate of fire 1, and just try
Medium
to
rocket
set-
pod.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really popping up behind my shoulder.
So rate of fire 1. So you are at what is your? So you got your fire control, which was 0. Your accuracy is flat. -1. Okay. You're at point blank range, which is +1. So that is neutralizing. Your attacker's movement. You are going combat speed, or what are you going at?
Yeah, combat speed.
Okay, combat speed. So that is +0. So you are, and then minus the terrain obscurement. So that's -2. So you're rolling. Your total bonuses and penalties come to -2. So your stat minus your attribute on that.
Yeah.
And they are going to be rolling their
That's plus 1 I want.
defense. They have moved 2 hexes, so they're at a -2. The attacker is
God
coming
damn.
from the rear, so they're at a -1.
So
So
that
again,
should be a 4 total.
4 total. Okay, so they are rolling. They're rolling flat. So despite the +3, they're rolling flat. They get a 6.
Oh, dodgy bad.
It's like
Dodgy
playing
son
Risk.
of a gun.
Best thing to do is roll a 6.
Yeah, absolutely. Kills are one thing, but rolling a 6 is better. Okay, so this
rolling
guy
thunder
is
is
going to
thunder.
activate. So he's going to turn 60 degrees and no, feet is forward, right? Yeah, feet
Feet
is forward.
forward,
So
yes.
that'll be
Keep pace
spend a
forward.
command point.
FF.
Spend a command point to turn 120, and then he is going top speed. So that is.
Where are they heading for? Is that a river
2,
on the other side?
3.
looks
It would
like a
appear to be a river. Yeah, you'd have to clear the jungle to find that out.
Hmm.
And then he's got one command. He's got one movement left, so he's going to turn 120. So 360-degree movement, and then turn 120 again to face you guys to not give rear facing.
I'm getting flat bounce on the scope. Suggest they're heading for what could be a river.
Okay, so you guys have activations left. You got 3 activations left. So just whoever's going first, decide who's going first.
Let's just go top down. If there's any objections, Lyle.
Oh hell!
So
What? I gotta earn my pay. Let's see. CO, what's the call? What's the call here? Chase or disengage?
chase as far as we can. We need to either disable
boy.
one or track them back to their rendezvous
Disable.
point.
Leg shot it is. I hear you. Let's see. So every hex I move, I can change my facing by 1.
Yes.
And do I have to move forward into the hex I'm facing before I change?
I think
Go around
technically
back
you
through.
move and then you change your facing, but I really don't care. You know, as long as you're not,
If I were to
as long
say
as you don't take the piss, I think it's okay.
1, 2. Anyone got eyes on? Eyes on target? Send me telemetry. Anybody? Okay.
Nope.
You're
I'm
the
just gonna-
eyes.
I'm gonna have
We
to
need
go
you
by
up.
scope.
Go full.
So
full.
this chap,
Out.
I'm gonna target this chap if I can, using an indirect fire weapon.
2, 3, 4. Okay, well, you're still going to be at the same. You're going to be at a -8 penalty because
Don't tell me the odds. I think what's an LRF? I haven't established that yet. Hold on.
What's
It's
what?
a light rifle.
A light rifle. So that's a
Light-
direct fire weapon.
X8 damage plus 0 rate of fire plus 0 accuracy.
Yeah.
you only get to ignore the intervening terrain if you have somebody forward observing for you.
Oh, I see.
So who can forward observe? Do we have any spotters?
Not from. Can I take readings from around?
Anybody with a laser or with a radio,
1, 2, 3.
but they'd have to use an action to do it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, this teamwork
See, I'm
available
out of
then.
position. Repeat, out
So
of
you
position.
could have
No
say
direct
if you got
line.
Lucian, if Lucian had gone 1, 2, 3, he could potentially forward. He could have forward observed from this square, and then you only would have been at a smaller penalty. You would have been at like -4 for attacking from.
Theo, I've got
drop.
no eyes. I've got track on trace. I got track on trace only. Proceed.
Get to FOP. Get to forward observation point.
FOP confirmed. Liam, can I move any further by foregoing fire this turn?
You cannot.
Okay, so I've moved as
You
far
have
as I
movement,
can.
and that's it. Yep.
I can basically take a pot shot from here. Is that correct?
You can take a pot shot, yeah, but that's
Okay,
about it. You
I'm gonna take a
could.
pot
There's other
shot.
actions you can take. You could try on, if you want to try your sensors, you can run ECM. You can try an active sensor sweep. You can use your ECM
I'll
to
see
try
if I
and
can
jam
ping
their
them to get a
comms.
better shot next round.
Let's see. Yeah, you can use your ECM to try and jam their comms. So if they're trying to flee and coordinate fleeing, then they might be
Theo.
kind of screwed up by that.
CO, taking station, attempting ECM. Pete, attempting ECM. Going to ping target. So I'm going to use my action to try and get a better fix on the enemy through the terrain. So what do you
Alright.
need from me?
So give us an electronic warfare roll.
ECM is level 1, attribute +0. So I think
Um,
I'm rolling 2d6, taking the worst.
Do you have a thing from your mech? Does your
My
mech have
mech?
a additional?
Hold on. I don't think I've got sensors on the mech. Do they factor?
If you have a dedicated electronic warfare gear, you might
I
have
do
additional
not.
stuff. The Jaeger Commando does not.
Okay, so I'm going with
You've got flat sensors. You don't have any bonus with it.
Yeah, it's 2d6 taking the worst, I'm afraid. A 3.
Okay.
Okay, moving on. We are
Alright,
in pursuit.
so Sean or Owen.
I can go next.
Yeah, you go.
Let's see. 1. And I can move like that for free. Spend extra to be like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I get as far as the lead truck and can do a sensor sweep.
Okay. Cool. Give me
I don't know if
your
we're
electronic
good at
warfare.
sensor sweep. Electronic warfare. That's a personal.
And you
skill,
are
yeah?
in a.
Oh,
Was that a
lovely.
Blitz Jaeger you're in, or what was yours?
I'm in a Blitz.
Blitz Iguana. You got +1 sensors.
Okay, so that's 1 + 2. Unless I have anything else playing in here.
7. Okay, let me just check my scenario and see what the detection rating for those mines are.
Rum rum beep beep. Skate down the road while sending out radio waves to try and find the danger.
Boop 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 boop. That's the problem with older ones as well. You can't just control F. Okay, so concealment threshold is this. And there's no intervening terrain or anything like that, so it's just flat. So yeah, you detect, so there's an exploded Jeep there. You reckon there probably was one there, and you think that there's mines there. Basically all those dots on the map you think are mines.
Oh, great. So we actually know where they are.
Yeah.
Okay, there may be more
Ah.
mines. But that's that. All right. Okay. I am.
We found one the hard way.
I'm going to declare I will be moving quickly next turn.
Okay, you're gonna go top speed next turn. Cool.
Oh yeah. Those. Get those wheels turning. I'm gonna burn some rubber.
I was planning to do that as well, but so
Yeah,
I thought
that's
I was
fine.
assuming that.
Oh yeah, I think everybody kind of said that they were intending to do it next turn. Okay, so Owen is the only one left to activate then, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so Owen, you're up.
So barreling through these woods is an exercise and going pretty slowly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn one. I guess turn two. So 2 movement points. 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna go full speed next turn.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
taking the right away. Okay.
And your dudes are just hanging around doing nothing, so
Yep.
we're on to again, third round, leadership checks.
Oh boy.
Roll well.
Am I the only one scratching my ass with leaves out here?
Keep on him.
You got 2 people pursuing through the trees. That's all that's important.
It's
Okay,
it's
Shane?
me, Lyle.
Alright.
I'm in a Jaeger Commando. I'm chasing down the enemy.
Oh God, Twitch chat, why are you doing this to us? I don't know who to blame. Is Twitch chat actually encouraging this, or is it
Oh
just
hell
you?
yeah, they are.
I think they have a willing participant.
They
Oh,
don't
no.
even get paid for this privilege. But me, Lyle, I always been. I've been a son of the South. I'm always
It's okay.
I'm rolling
Because
around
it's
in
not,
the Jaeger.
it's not like a racist Italian accent. It's Space Italy. It's fake. It's not real.
It's
Like my
Italian.
terrible
Yeah,
French
I'm
accent.
I'm a proud Italian from the South.
Okay, Shane, you got 1 MOS. So, but again, they have these smaller numbers, so they're going to decide who goes first. So this guy's going to use 1 point of movement to turn 180 degrees. Then he's going to go 1,
I'm
2.
eating a muffin
3.
while I'm waiting for my commander to move.
You guys get an activation.
I'm going. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay,
11,
stop at this
11.
point.
You stop me. At this point.
You stop there, all right?
Yeah.
Just because you'll have anyone left me, you'll see some information. You see a bunch of small boats and people standing in the clearing here,
What
just
the hell?
along the riverside here. They look a little startled, and they look like they're standing. Yeah, they're standing around with boats, and
Okay. I radio this in. I still have 3 more movements left.
Not our job to do war crimes. I mean, they might happen sometimes, but it's not our actual job.
people open up.
We just lost.
You have anti-personnel. You have anti-infantry stuff for a reason.
You're allowed to fire these guns at them. You
Combat.
fire the big guns, that's a war crime.
Sure, I do have anti-infantry guns. I think I only have anti-gear weapons.
Well, technically
Well,
anything is an anti-infantry weapon, but you just take a -2 firing on infantry with it. If it has the anti-infantry tag, you don't take a -2.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I've got
I've
some.
got an APGL, which I think is an anti-personnel grenade launcher.
Any hit with a gear weapon on a person is likely to be fatal because
Can you
it's
spell
time
mega
10.
damage?
Oscar's gone again.
There's a 10 times 10 multiplier.
I leave myself there. That's 14 movement. So 1, 2. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hexes.
Okay, cool.
It's a me,
So then
Scar!
their activation, this guy is going to, again, he'll use one movement to turn 120. And then he will 1, 2, 3.
Anywhere from our CO.
I'm going to hope Scar will return soon before I have to rejig all the windows.
3.
So,
4,
if you're listening, Kilbegan, thank you for sponsoring this stream.
5, 6.
It's a fine middle of
he's
the
gonna
road.
A piloting check.
Splash.
Yeah, he's okay. Let's just check the water movement. No, not deep water, just straight up water for a walker. It's 2 squares movement as well. So he was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he's got 1 point of movement left at odds. So he will, again, 1, 2, turn to face the enemy as best he can. Next.
Scar's laptop is currently death spiraling.
I see. Oh, you've lost your command, eh? Right, okay. Then I'll default to somebody else. These are rolling leadership untrained.
Well, we haven't gained around yet, so we have until then. So, Dyson or Lyle?
To act?
I am
Yeah.
probably just going to be powering down the road. So I would say that's what I'll be up to.
If there was ever a character that was written without leadership in mind, it's definitely Lyle Vernon. Last time I checked, he's the guy who follows April O'Neil around with the camera, right?
Vernon?
Anyways, hold on a second.
hold
I
on.
think we might be saved.
Hold on.
He's back. He's back once again, like a renegade master, and with this band of renegades, heavily
back
armed
yet.
and without moral authority.
No, he's gone again.
So,
Yeah.
Liam, what do you need from us?
One of us gets to activate.
Yep.
Mick, you go.
Somebody activates.
Okay. Yeah, so these guys are peeling away from me. I'm deep in the jungle. I've been told by my CO to maintain contact. So I think Lyle's best maneuver is to move forward as far as he can, thrashing through the deep jungle in his Jaeger commando, hacking away using his vibro blade and the weight of his Jaeger to power through the undergrowth, trying to keep within sensor contact of the enemy. But I don't know if that affords him any opportunity to fire or engage beyond maintaining contact.
Your range is increased and you'd be at 1, 2, 3, 4,
So
5,
it
minus
doesn't
10
seem-
now. So
Doesn't seem germane to start firing off ordnance that the South has paid for, and that Emilia, Lyle Vernon has agreed to bear the honourable position of a Jaeger commando. So I'm not going to fight her. I'm just going to maintain contact with the enemy.
as they bravely try and
On
run away.
your face says it all.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, burning rubber down the road, but
Sorry, my
yeah,
partner's doing
fun
craft,
things.
so I've been asked to open paint, which is
All good.
unopenable by her. Jesus, that was hard.
It's almost like they don't want
Yep.
kids to get into it.
She
Do
Yeah,
not
that's
like
probably
all
non-toxic
the
paint, is it? Sure, that's what she says.
She probably should not eat her paint.
Probably not. Probably not. Well, you know, the kid was doing was painting a fence outside, and it's metallic paint, so it's imagine that one was worse.
So
Sorry
Desolate,
about that.
yes, some of us are sober, but don't worry, not all of us, not all the time.
Yep.
Not
I
So
never
get
on
your,
camera, right?
your squad has not horribly died in the meantime. Lyle has been barreling through the jungle and attempting to catch up with the enemy, and perhaps not doing great. Lucian has rounded the corner, found a bunch of people with small boats standing around going,
Activate your
And
video,
then
Scar.
one of the gears has made it to a clearing here and has started fording the river. Or started moving across the river. So I think we have just Owen left to activate.
Yeah. So I'm
Wait.
going to switch to spasm
Alright.
mode, activate your video, and I'm going to, with a squeal
Oh, yes,
of
sorry.
tracks, I'm going to... Now, I assume Lucian has tagged the landmines so we know where they are. In some way.
He has, yes, and I have been. There is a threshold modifier to set them off.
Ah,
Truck is enough to set them off.
apparently.
So when you say threshold, is that size,
Lightly.
weight, speed?
That would be a piloting roll, which I forgot when Sean moved over them, but thankfully you reminded me.
No. I used extra movement to go through the jungle to avoid them.
All right, cool.
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
All right, so I'm going to go. Well, I'm going to use my.
No one wants to get blowed up.
So I'm going full
I
speed
didn't know how they
here,
worked, so
which
I
is
just was
11.
like,
So
taking a
1,
full run is-
2, 3, 4, 5.
Only 11.
5.
If you're on wheels, it's 3 to go.
Yeah,
through
no,
the
yeah,
jungle.
5. So that's grand. We'll go.
Call that the mowing maneuver.
Yeah, I got it there. Schooling around them like that by going through the jungle.
So that'll be the end of the round. So we're on to the next round.
Did I move?
No. You know,
Did
I
you?
don't think I moved at all.
Oh, okay. Miranda has to activate then.
Miranda's out of position.
Sergeant Petit has to go.
First Sergeant Petit, damn it.
CO on this one.
Listen,
Non-combat NCO.
I don't know how many promotions a gold medal at the Olympics gets you. That's all I'm saying. But
So I was going
gold
top
medal at the Olympics
speed.
doesn't help you
I
drive.
don't know if there's I don't know if there's a Terranova equivalent of Twilight Struggle, that you can start off an interpolar war by boycotting the Olympics, but I mean there probably is.
Seems like a thing. Oh, the gladiatorial games out of Peace River, surely.
Boycott the gladiatorial games.
No.
Your opponent gains
Not
2
for you.
VP, increase DEFCON level.
All right, I'm. This is being.
Got him on the run, CO.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to move my token, but it's apparently taking 47 years for.
Where do you want to go?
The 3 hex is
Zero,
top
1,
speed
2,
Right,
3,
yeah,
or where do you want to
and-
end up?
facing him. So
Here or here?
Feet face front.
yeah, feet face.
So you want to do?
Feet face
It's-
front.
We lost him. He's gone.
He's gone again.
Gone again.
It's fine. We can see what he's doing on the tactical map. We don't need to know what CO says, just as long as she reads all the opponents with high grade automatic fire, right?
Okay. Since Shane is reconnecting and it is his activation, I am going to call a quick bio break. So
Sure.
everybody take a few minutes and
I've not made an end screen yet or an intermission screen, so you're just gonna have to imagine.
That includes you in chat. Go do what you gotta do. Kiss your loved ones. Say goodbye to your families. This is probably entering the last hour of the stream this evening, but so far so good fun. Even if we don't really know what we're doing.
That's all good.
In the meantime, be sure to check out our Discord. If you're finding us here on Twitch, I can only imagine what your search history must look like. That's a long dark road, brother. Check us out Discord. We're the Adventuring Party. We are a ragtag group of like-minded individuals with diverse tastes who love to roleplay, to wargame. We dip our paws into CCGs and RPGs and TCGs and ARPs, all sorts of things. You can find us at theadventureparty.net, where we have a weekly podcast where we expound on all sorts of things. It's never sure what foreign shore we'll land on, but we've always got an opinion about something, be it current affairs in the gaming space or age-old rules questions that plagued even Plato. These are never far from our mind. What have we got coming up? Hida Owen.
Last part of the top 64, the greatest RPG of all time, which will cut us down to our top 32, which will probably be another 2 episodes, and then the
crazy.
final rounds, which will be it'll be quicker because we'll be
If
down
it
to
is that simple, I'll be surprised. But
Yeah.
yes, we've been hacking through the most played 64 RPGs of all time.
sort of.
According to Roll20, where we're playing tonight. And this is a very subjective list. Where the hell's my camera gone? Oh, we lost Scorpion.
Yeah,
So I'm
and Liam, so we're completely fucked. But
Okay,
I'm not.
I was trying to restart Discord, and I think it did it on its own. I'm not exactly sure what happened because I'm getting an awful lot of can't open Task Manager, have to finish crashing first.
Yeah.
So we're hacking our way through those. We're in the last of we're in the last bracket now of the first 64, and let me tell you, there's been some upsets. There's been some confusion. There's been some occasions when harsh words were exchanged, and not all the party are going to come out of this friends. And it only gets worse as we move up to the next tier. Hida, you must have looked at some of the survivors now and thought to yourself, how do I get that guy?
Oh yeah,
How do I knock
totally,
him?
totally. There's RPGs with targets on their head, man. I'm just waiting for my opportunity.
Absolutely.
I'm just
Some
waiting.
big bounties out there.
Waiting
Well,
for
what
my
are you
opportunity.
got targets in our head?
For the top,
Fifth Ed,
top
for
two, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Dude,
So when I was building my character for this, everyone else took a pre-gen. I built this character. I looked at the stat numbers, and there are 10 attributes in this game. I did the math, and you roll two of the basically you need agility for
Almost everything in
piloting,
the game. You need
and
agility
you
for
need
everything
perception
important.
for gunnery. So if you want to shoot things in your heavy gear, you need one stat. If you want to pilot your heavy gear, you get the stat. Agility is also stuff like dodge, hand-to-hand combat, stealth, and then like you need perception, combat sense, which is when you go on a turn if you're not in combat. That's all. That's the thing as well. And we had 40 points. I'd just given 40 points to build my character. So I was like, if you want a 0 in a stat, that's 1 point. And you get some points for going down, but you don't get as many as cost to go up. So basically I said, okay, well, it costs 16 points to have a +3. So +3 agility, +3 perception, 16, 16, 32, 8 points left. We'll have all the stats at 0, thank you very much. And we went on from there.
You don't really want to have any negative stats because they all kind of come up in some way, and the difference in the D6 minus a D6 flat and a D6 minus 1 is pretty big.
yeah.
And the classic is for you to take, say, Psyche. You go, Psyche isn't useful. It's only if I, get, under heavy bombardment over the course of a week, and I might break mentally. But Psyche's also your luck stat.
Yeah.
Isn't there? It has been years since I looked at the silhouette system. What I remember most about was that there was a version. I don't know. It might have been Jovian Chronicles, where you could be either a military veteran or a teenager, a precocious war-hating teenager.
So
you could. All the veterans got more skill points, so they would have the dice and take the highest, but the cocky teens would have higher attributes, thus giving the situation where the veterans were far more likely to get decent rolls, but they could never hit the heights of the protagonist characters, which I thought was an interesting way of modeling certain genres.
That does not sound familiar. So it could be Jovian Chronicles, because I never played Jovian Chronicles.
It's
The funny thing with Heavy Gear is you play rank.
to mention something like that in Heavy Gear Second Ed. I suppose in a way of outlining how a bog standard NPC who's got a lot of years under their belt can do things consistently, but a hotshot PC who may not be quite as experienced or as advanced can sometimes pull off extraordinary maneuvers.
Yeah.
Now, do we have? Oh, we've got you back on stream.
We're all good. We're all good to go.
Everybody's good to go.
So where I cut out last time,
I'm watching close, so
fueled.
just
So let's get back into the mix.
We're in the middle of Miranda's activation.
yeah, I was asking what the penalty was to shoot this fellow in the. Am I shooting him in the back? I'm not even sure if I'm shooting him in the back, but so there'd be a -2 for jungle, but there'd also be a -2 for me going at top speed. Is that correct?
You are going at top speed, so top speed is a -3.
Really?
Also, really hard to hit that.
Attacker movement, top speed -3, range.
Defender movement is based on. So this is the weird one where defender movement is based on the number of hexes you move, not your movement speed. So these guys have been going flat out, but you guys have only been having have been actually getting they've been getting -1s to their defense and -2s to their defense because they've only been going 2-3 hexes because they've been piling through jungle.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have a +1 if they try to attack me next time. So I move many hexes along the road.
Right. But my penalty to be shooting is from my movement, is what I'm asking.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
You're at a -3 because you're +0 for range and -3 for top speed, and then -2 for jungle, so you're at a -5 to shoot.
No,
Right.
no problem for a pilot as skilled as you.
Oh,
Madame
and then,
de-
Actually, no, it is a massive problem for a pilot
and
skills.
your weapon probably is -1 accuracy because all you have is perfect weapon, so that's actually a -6 you're on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it roll.
Save my ammo. I'm just trying to stay on this guy more than anything else.
That's
So,
is that all our activations, or are we still waiting on Lyle?
That is all our activations.
Bottom of the round, top of the next one.
Tactic.
Yep, leadership. Take it a 5.
Okay.
D6. 4, so they get a command point.
This is official adventuring party raspberry jam made from the berries grown in my back garden.
Oh, no,
Hooray!
So they get an MOS of 1, so they have 1 leadership point. So again, they'll activate first. So this guy is going to 1, 2, thump, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 7, 8, and then he'll use a command point to go ba-dump to
Face
get
me.
that facing.
Okay.
Okay, next.
Still gonna stop. Who wants to go first? Let's make Lyle go first because the furthest away.
No, God no.
Lyle is the
You
direct
you
weapon.
want
I
to
wanna go first.
you want somebody who can attack to go first.
Yeah, I should go first
Yeah.
to get into base contact with them, and then people with indirect weapons can rain fire.
That's it.
Now,
Yeah.
if you guys want, there is saturation fire if you guys want, which will basically just be that you get up and you dump tons of ammo into a square, and anybody passing into that square might be subject to a hit.
That's boring.
That sounds totally radical, dude.
Oh dear God! Where
God
am I?
It sounds
Damn it,
boring. It's
Chris.
firing for effect. Target this square. Fire for effect.
Like just
One.
lay on
So
tea.
basically, a burst fire weapon rate of fire equal to 2 or greater than +1 can saturate a map or a hex, automatically attacking anyone entering it. The weapon's put on full automatic fire, and ammunition emptied deliberately into a target zone, filling the air with a virtual wall of projectiles. So basically, you then get an attack. You attack normally, except that you use half the weapon's rate of fire, round it down.
Expensive. What's the call, CO?
I don't think I'll
Like-
do much right now.
What are we gonna
Measure
do?
failure is treated as a murder success in the attack. Okay, so basically, then people have to roll any unit entering that hex later in the combat round must surpass this number or be damaged by saturation fire.
Okay.
So it basically you get an attack on anybody entering that square.
Yeah, entering. So it's gambling. You pick a hex and rain fire on it, but what if you just don't go into that hex?
I'm happy to try the indirect fire trick.
Well, I guess the whole thing is this guy's already gone,
Yeah.
and this guy
This guy hasn't
yet
gone
to go.
yet.
So.
Okay.
Like
so,
they're totally
I'm
heading
gonna
for the
go in here.
sewer.
That's one.
Are you driving over the boats to get to him?
Look, boats aren't that big.
They can occupy the same hex without interacting.
Yeah.
Such.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is enough movements to get me on top of the hex. Lad who hasn't moved yet.
Give me a piloting check.
A piloting check. That's new.
Yes.
So
You are fording a river. There's a current.
What?
A lot of water, dude.
All right, terrain costs. Deep water. What?
This isn't deep water. This is there are a number of squares in that river that I know
Okay.
are not deep water.
Okay.
If you go into the wrong hexes, then it may be more difficult. But as it happens, the one that you picked is part of the ford. So it is just water rather than deep water. So it is
Okay.
2 points per movement per thing.
I'll just get my character sheet up.
The map is not the terrain, dude. Do not trust what your sensors tell you. Only trust what your feet land on.
I'm having trouble getting the character sheet up. There we go. So gear pilot, 3+2. Do I have any other modifiers? Nope. Okay. Raw.
Your gear's maneuverability,
Gears
which in your case is +1.
My gears maneuverability is +1. So okay. So 3+3. Roll 3d6. Keep highest 1 + 3. That's a 9.
We're not worth watching the river. You have no problem fording the river.
I march through that water and I get on the radio and say, "I told you I was the best pilot," and then I go to hit him with my axe
Dude can surf, I'll give him that.
or my machete even. So I want to chop some gear. Okay, so does
Are you from Little Venice there? Is that why you're fake Italian, but also like surfer dude?
No, the
Cowabunga,
Trickster kind of
dude.
encouraged them to try alternative interpretations
Okay,
of Italian Renaissance painters.
Alright, so your fire control of your gear, your weapon accuracy, you are point blank, and you are coming in on his rear facing, so well that's his deal. Okay, so what was your combat speed? How many squares did you move?
last turn or this turn?
This turn.
This turn. 1, 2, 3.
3. Okay, so you could have dropped to I guess this is the word thing where you declare your speed, but you can drop the combat speed. That's fine.
Yeah, no, I was traveling at combat speed this turn, so that's +0 for movement.
+0. So you got you've got fire control?
I'm using a machete.
Okay, you got your fire control of your gear still kicks in, so if you got a bonus for fire control, which I don't recall if you do.
What page of the gear character sheet is that? on?
Second one.
Hang on, I've got the little cheat sheet one. So you're in a Blitz Iguana. Iguana is a fire control 0. So you got 0 for that. You got +1 for range and nothing for combat speed. So you just have a +1.
Did I get +1 for maneuvering last time? For hitting with my machete? What was
No.
that? No, I thought I got an extra +1 last time. Okay.
It could have been for the point blank, maybe. Well, the facing, but that's on his defense rather than your thing.
Okay. No, because I got up to +4. But now only up to +3, and I'm like, what changed?
Everything.
Yeah, apparently.
Except war. War never changes.
All right. Okay. I'll just.
I
make,
can't say.
I'll make a dueling check.
Terrain cost. So, does water have an obscurement total?
Depends who
That's the
Peter.
question.
Yeah.
Well, it's got the movement penalty, but is it the same as the obscurement total? I think it is for most things. Terrain effects.
Unless
Terrain
it's
costs.
the
Obscurement. Okay, yeah, so jungle
water, the
is...
NYC sewers.
Jungle is 2. Jungle is specifically terrible.
Water is
Yeah.
2. ... Only obscurement if defender is in the water and not in a hovercraft. So they are in the water. So yeah. So water is as obscured as jungle terrain.
Yeah, well, they're probably waist deep in the water, like, so...
Okay.
Their feet are getting wet.
Yeah, I don't understand how I got a +4 last time and only a +3 this time. That's fine. Though.
Okay, so you just have the -2 for that, then.
So I'm down to D6 D6 +1. So D6 +2.
They are rolling. Hexes moved.
That should have been keep highest one. So that's a 6.
6, okay, and they are taking an attack in the rear, which is a -2. Flat maneuver rating, and then Hex is moved. I should have kept a better count.
Doing fine.
I'm going to give them the 5-6, which is flat, because they started out
They came through a lot of jungle.
here somewhere.
Yep.
No, that guy went like This one went down that way and started off here, I think, or here. This guy started off here and then went along a chunk of beach and then into the water.
Yep.
So that gives him just a straight. So he's just rolling 2d minus 1.
Yep.
Oh, I gave him a +1 there, so that's 4.
4. So that's a difference of 2 by 8 is 16.
16 against his armor of 15, which is a hooray! We finally got a light hit.
Yeah. Carve a
Someone
lump on.
survived an attack.
Tables. We
Oh
get
my
tables. So that brings his armor value down by 1. So his armor is. Let me just
Now
get
14.
a pencil here. Armor 14. And you get to roll on the system's damage table. So Sean, roll me a d6.
We've now seen all 3 types of the Darver table. No effect.
6. Roll
Death.
twice on this table.
Ooh.
You want me to roll 2 more dice?
Yeah.
Both d6?
Yep.
Oh, heavy
I guess
grenade.
that didn't work. I'll throw one more.
I'll roll one of them anyway.
So a 3 and a 2.
3 and a 2. 3 is crew stunned, -1 action for 1 round, and a 2 is roll on subtable B. So roll me another d6.
When was this game written in 1970s?
No.
tables, you can't
No,
roll
no, no.
tables.
Okay. The 1970s were the era of not knowing what you were doing. It was the 80s and it was the late 80s, early 90s, which was the real era of the sub table.
I just
Sean,
got a result on a table.
if you
give me a roll on a
don't
table,
like
give me a roll
rolling on
table.
tables, stop rolling 6s, because on nearly every table, 6s
Roll on
roll
another
twice
table.
on this table.
I'm gonna roll 2 more d6.
More
Or
tables.
d6, yes.
Do you like tables?
3 and.
Oh, actually, I apologize. Subtable B.
Subtable B?
Actually, I was looking at subtable A. So
Table B.
subtable B is actually a 6. Is catastrophic crew compartment failure, 75% casualties, minimum 1.
That's
He's
rough.
dead.
In a gear, that's generally.
So
Everybody.
yeah, that is you
They die.
just axe in and just axe his crew compartment and just
So he doesn't have the reinforced crew compartment. Then
not on a Jaeger, no.
Turns out a light hit is all you need to cave in a crew compartment.
That is
Okay.
a standard Jaeger, which does not have a reinforced crew compartment.
okay.
And
just
I'm
double
very glad
check
you're
that.
all at the front.
Okay, so the one
Standard
beside
Jaeger.
the one beside me has already moved. So anyone with indirect fire can consider themselves at
It is
-2.
my time to shine.
Airdroppable, hostile environmental protection, and 2 manipulator arms. No. Oh, that's a Jaguar, not a Jaeger. What am I talking about?
Wow.
Well,
Miranda,
I would like to.
you're at -2 for terrain. To shoot that lad.
Yeah, same thing.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to get any better than this. I'm going to light him up with my mortar. If it's all right.
What is range calculated for indirect fire? Is the range from me as well?
Only if you're forward observing. If you took an action to forward observe, then they
Oh, I
get
have to take an action to forward observe, so he doesn't even
Oh,
get, he
damn.
doesn't even get the bonus for me being spotted for the terrain. For me. Okay, I got it.
Does anyone,
that
alright,
was a
does
major
anyone
move
want
we had
to
not read.
forward observe or?
I would, man, but I've already chopped.
Yeah, and that was a good chop.
I can forward observe if you want.
Do you think what do you think are the best odds? Are you shooting?
I'll
from
do
where
it
you?
because I'm going so fast. The forward observing, the me shooting is going to suck. So I'll forward observe.
Okay, so yeah, let's Dyson move in first now, and then we'll try this forward observe thing. Because clearly we need to be tactical operators, or we're just not going to get anywhere. At the
it's
scale.
tactical game.
14. Okay, so 14. So
Almost like,
I am
yeah.
going 1.
It's what we signed up for. It's not medieval knights, folks. Like charging around on horses. No. We got sensors, and we got scanners, and we got satellite uplinks.
Facings and tables and
all
subtables.
sorts of crap. And it's just a guy like me at the back, I can shine because I brought lots of ammunition.
I'm surprised the Jaeger Commando has just so much firepower for. I thought Jaegers were the small mechs.
They are,
Commando,
but they
is the
just
operative word.
load it up with everything, you know.
Put everything on it.
No, it's not called the Jaeger Survivor. It's called the Jaeger Commando.
How do the wheels work in water? I assume not terribly well.
Let's see.
Jump into a
Water
roller
for a
skate on.
ground vehicle is 3.
Yeah, it's the same as jump.
Only amphibious walkers and ground vehicles may enter water hexes. Yeah, but this is specifically listed as a forward. So yeah, we'll just say it's 3 as well.
Alright. So over there, and I'll
There's an
attempt
awful
to.
sound.
Okay, so I want a forward reserve. What do I need to do?
Take an action.
2. You're so.
Oh,
If Beta expends one action to serve as a forward observer, Alpha may fire immediately at Gamma using the obscurement total between Beta and Gamma as his obscurement total. So you just spend an action to forward observe, and then the other person just uses your obscurement total.
Then I will do so.
If you miss, though, it scatters randomly at a distance equal to the margin of failure.
Oh.
Well, you can hit us then. Don't miss, Shane. Don't
Or
miss.
you wipe out all those fish. Remember that war crime thing you were talking about there? All these innocent fishermen get a
ask me
mortar
about
dropped on
Steve
their head.
Jackson sometime.
Add another count of war crimes to the
So
bill.
I'm just firing one, laser guided anti-tank round. It's fine.
Twitch chat, did we get a vote for a new accent? I'm still waiting.
No. Okay, so
Have a fake Russia.
I'm using normal combat speed this time. An obscurement penalty. Assume there's no range penalty for the direct fire.
Because Owen is using the... Well, so range, it depends on if it's range of your weapon. So what weapon are you firing?
It is a...
Stalin comrade.
LGM, laser guided mortar, I assume.
LGM is got a mortar 3, 6, 12, 24.
So 3 is... so you were at 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. So that puts you in medium range.
6.
So medium range is a -1 penalty.
Okay.
Accuracy 0.
Okay, so there's no penalty for that. Attacker's movement, you went combat speed. So you are... And then you got the fire control for your gear, which is 0 as well. So you're in total, you're at -1.
Okay.
You're by 15.
Let me just check.
Oh, apologies. No. Sorry, you're using Owen's obscurement, and Owen is 1 hex away, so it's still -2. So you're at -3 total. Apologies.
Okay.
Because he's
Double check
still
I'm
waist
not-
deep in water.
Oh yeah, my gunnery is not that as good as I thought.
Water is good. It protects against most blast damage. It's a good insulator. Yes.
Oh dear. Okay. Wait, no. For some reason, I'm giving /4 instead of /R.
That is exactly side on, so I think you can decide which arc you are. So you're firing your forward arc.
I appear to have rolled this
Coming out
wrong
this
and
way.
rolled badly. That's a 2 total.
So that's coming out as front. I'm just figuring out whether that's forward arc or rear arc. So he moved 4 hexes, so he's at -1, and the attack is, I think, in the front. No, in the rear arc, because the feet is his front. So that's a -1. So he's on -2. So he's rolling at 2d -1.
Roll a 2 or that's please.
No,
No,
he
he rolled
didn't.
6.
Don't like it.
Oh, however, how many people have attacked him? 2 people have attacked him, so that's in fact a 4.
This is the second person attack.
Better.
Yes.
It's better. It's
Yeah,
not good,
yeah,
but it will pass.
He still beat the Miranda's attack roll. So
God damn. My gunnery my gunnery skills only going to do me so much. But yeah, okay.
Interestingly, though, that 1 forward observation can count for multiple.
observing counts as attacking.
I'm painting him.
We do need to figure out the margin of failure, though. So, what was your total?
His
total is 2.
Total was 2, and the dodge was a 4. So that is an MOS of 2. So it scatters 2 hexes in a random direction.
Do you want me to roll the 2d6 then?
Is it 2d6?
Should be 1
Well,
to 6.
d6 for the first scatter, d6 for the second scatter, is it?
Yeah, I
cool.
guess, yeah. Well, actually, no, because it's just d6 is fine, and then you just pick it out.
Hexes.
All right.
Yeah, so it'll either go here,
So where do you start counting from?
Here.
There's your question.
the target.
All right. Yeah, but like around its hexes.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's 1, and then 2. and then
You talk about war
three.
crimes then.
Oh yeah, the boats.
Yeah, there's your target.
Oh, we're grand.
Boom.
We're grand. It's
Oh,
gonna
it's
go.
okay.
It's gonna end up like, you know.
If you had an MOS 1, that would have been a problem.
Oh, okay.
But, no, you got MOS 1. So yeah, they're probably looking pretty nervous. I think they're probably.
Gears.
I don't know. Are you
charged
getting into the
out of
boat or are you
jungle,
going into the jungle? One or the other.
the river. Yeah, I'd say they're if they've got any sense at all, they must be fleeing for the cover at this
Well,
point.
they probably don't think they can flee because there are explosions and
People running
70
out.
mile an hour.
The jungle
walking
they might,
tanks.
the jungle they might flee into has gears piling out of it.
I have blown up half the jungle north and south of them.
A lot of it's on fire. Yeah. All
All
right. So Mick.
Yeah.
You have to go.
So do I have good telemetry on a target?
Yes.
You are at extreme range, but yeah.
So if I move first, I can close the distance.
He is indirect fire on a couple of weapons.
So if I go to there,
You are
Can
in a
I
Jaeger Commando.
Yep.
You have.
CEO, I'm reading telemetry from your position of enemy combatant. Am I clear to fire?
I'm role playing right now. This is probably the noise Miranda's making. Yeah, sure.
He has.
Can't make this any worse. Just
Opening
don't,
up ATM,
Can't make this
ATM fire on your position as indicated by your telemetry, yeah? For the glory
leave
of
that
the
up,
South.
Dyson. Dyson, you can make
Hang
the
on, hang
call.
on. We got
Are
measuring
you
tools
okay
in
with?
this, don't we?
We
You
do.
okay with,
If you click on the thing that looks like
fire?
a clock, you've got some measuring tools there.
Does indirect fire not change that?
8 hexes.
400 meters.
Is it still 8 for indirect fire weapons?
I think range still matters, but the penalties are different.
Yeah, range still matters.
Okay. 3, 6, 12, 24 for AT.
3, 6, 12, 24. So 12, 3, 6, 12, 24. Hang on, that's.
Look, listen,
Oh, yeah, because there's extreme range as well. So 12, 6, 20. So you're in medium range.
So, the
So it's a
fluff
minus
is a-
1.
and it's +1 on the weapons, so that's 0.
And my gunnery, I think it's still gunnery, right?
Yep.
Gunnery on this is +1, +2. Hold on. Pull it up here. Gunnery is still level 2 +3 attribute. So I'm coming in at. What are the penalties?
Deep water, -2.
Yeah, -2. So -3 total. Medium range. Oh, no, because that was. So you're at a -1, a +1, and a -2. So you're at -2 total. And then you're 2D +3. So 2D +1 is your.
3 +1. Grand. Commander, stand by. Inbound. Cover.
Okay.
So 6 for 5 +1.
This rate
He got a 2. So there's an MOS of 4.
Oh dear.
ATM is by 25, so that's
100 damage. You were saying we should
100 damage.
let one of these guys go, yeah? So we can follow him back to the base?
I did.
I assume people would.
Just the gear, just you landed and just hits down onto his rocket pod, and you see it kind of fizzle and crackle, and the thing's about to blow, and this guy just sees this and just blows the canopy and just piles out into the river.
I cleared
and
every action.
splashes down.
I cleared every single action with my CO.
Oh
I
yeah.
wanna make
No,
that
you're
clear.
grand. You're grand. But he's in trouble.
I'm in trouble.
But yeah, well, actually, he managed to bail out of his compartment, so you can grab him and interrogate
That
him at
is,
least.
so
This is
Twitch
like
chat.
never-
That is
Jim
2
Nat
of 12
charged two.
fired.
Yeah, so he managed to bail out of his compartment of his catastrophically exploding gear.
He has 10 more shots with this cannon.
It's very situational. I wouldn't worry about it. It's not going to steal your limelight. Don't worry. You're still. You're
It's
still
even
the
got an
prettiest.
accuracy bonus. It's +1 to hit as well.
Yeah, it is +1 to hit.
You guys are still the prettiest. I'm kind of mopping up when you guys do the
Why
real
are
work.
we mounting
Don't worry
this?
about it.
All right, we're gonna fish this guy out of the drink and carry him back to the convoy.
Okay, these fishermen are just gonna they're getting in their boat and clearing off. Are you guys gonna stop them or?
Does anyone want to interrogate him?
Look, there's
There's
any
a
possible
question.
way that they are colluding.
No one's supposed to know we came through this way.
That's
Do we shoot civilians? Huh. Hold on. No one's meant to know we escorted a mining convoy?
Yeah,
That seems crazy.
let him go. Let him go.
It would not be unusual for a militia to provide an escort, particularly if there have been multiple attacks in this region.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily, so I wouldn't
Now,
go
were
waving
they
their SIU
providing-
badges
were they
around, but they
providing
might just be
specific
like, okay,
support or
well,
not?
and it could even be that the mining company hired mercenaries.
Yeah, okay, all right, we're good then.
CO, maybe a detain and question is appropriate given circumstances with mines on road, yeah?
yeah. Ask them. Put on speakers. Ask them. Get a story from them.
I'll leave that to Hoover to do. I am too busy making notes for my memoirs based on how this encounter's went.
We just been fishing. We just been fishing in the bayou.
Oh no! It starts again. Does it look like? Is this
all
really
these
like?
kids that come on a shooting? What you doing here? This
these are
ain't the ASD.
ASD is.
We independent. We don't want no trouble. We don't give no trouble. We're just out here fishing, mind our own business.
Just their boats are just like these aren't like transport boats. These are just wooden
Canoes and like small rowboats and stuff.
Right, that's.
There's 10 or 20 of them.
Do they look like they have radios or anything like that?
I mean, give us a perception check. Give us I guess, combat sense or what would another kind of spotting, searching skill be?
Sense, yeah, it looks like combat sense is the one. I don't see anything more.
Maybe I think appropriate for so he's going for a gun.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry.
it's the 62nd century. Doesn't everything look like it could have a radio in it?
Sorry, that's a 6 total. Sorry, I keep
6
I keep
total.
saying-
Okay, they do appear to all have a bunch of they've got a scattering of small arms and stuff. They have they don't appear to have radios.
Okay, so
They do look like fishing boats.
Yeah.
You don't see any fishing gear.
Yeah, but like the thing is that they don't have. It's pretty difficult for them to be scouts in an effective sense. Whether, yeah. I say let them go.
They don't have fishing gear.
Well, he hasn't noticed any fishing gear.
All right. Well,
Did the fishing gear wash away in the battle, or is it just like an odd coincidence?
I was shitting myself and dropped my net. We got nets deployed out in the river too, but some of them went down river. We just we deployed the nets in the river. We come here. We take a break. We gonna go out and get a catch later.
We don't have time for this. Let's just get back to the convoy with the prisoner. Do we have the prisoner?
yep.
He's there. You can probably put him under guard in one of the trucks or in the Badger.
No. We let the fishermen go. We we don't have time to be messing around with. If they don't have radios, they can't warn. Even if, yeah, they're not enough of a threat to be dealing with. I think. Does anyone?
Be on our way then.
Let him go.
Yeah. All right.
We have the gear pilots. That's the only source of information we need, right?
Yeah.
They have all the
That
answers.
should be.
Yeah.
All right. Does
Probably
anyone
you
have?
haven't tried interrogating them.
Well, we can certainly give it a try. Is anyone particularly hard-boiled? And wants to give a? Always going to leave them with Lyle's horrible accents.
Let's do it before Lyle catches up. But someone else.
All right.
I'm sure you, as a famous gymnast, will loosen their tongue. But just promise them an autograph, and they'll give you everything you want to know. Fine. Promise them my autograph
Dyson,
and
you-
a advanced copy of my memoirs.
Dyson, you recognize this guy from when you did basic in the militia? This guy was one of the recruits.
So he was a southerner. Interesting. All right. You know, Jose, what are you doing out here?
Oh, for a walk. You know yourself. Get some fresh jungle air.
In a gear? I don't think so.
Oh yeah.
Setting up landmines, ambushing convoys? I don't buy it.
Oh, you gotta do something to keep busy.
Yeah. You best come clean, Jose. You want things to get mean.
I ain't saying nothing.
Well, shame you died in the exploding gear, then, isn't it?
I ain't saying nothing about nothing. You're not gonna get any answers out of me. I'm not gonna break.
America's
Sure
favorite
you're
song.
not.
He won't talk.
Sure you're not. You're not gonna break. You got all your hands and feet. You got no reason to break. Man with no hands, no feet. Maybe he break. Who knows? What you say, CO?
How many war crimes are we up to now?
None actually.
No.
You were
we're just
patrolling the
extra
convoy and
little-
were attacked. You know.
But yeah, it's the problem is it's outside our country, and we're sort of an extra legal military outside the borders of our own nation. I mean, there's that.
It's within the ASD sphere of influence, and you were protecting a convoy which was attacked. So
You're a long way from Peace River. You gonna cry there? No, I don't think so. So, your choices are say what you know, or crawl home on stumps. Don't worry, we the good guys. We cauterize, but you still crawling, right?
Does anybody have psychology?
That sounds like you get a skill.
That's
that
an
would be-
attribute. So, and then there's, I think there's
Is there? Oh yeah, there's.
intimidate. Let's take a
Psych.
look at the
Okay, well,
old
just a straight up
skill
psychology
trees.
roll. I thought there was psychology and a skill as well.
There probably
Psychology
is
is-
there was interrogation, I think, definitely.
Interrogation. Well, if anybody has interrogation, you can give me interrogation, otherwise you can just give me a psychology roll.
I do not. I can give me a psychology roll though. Sorry, if I've got no skill, do I roll any d6s?
You roll
there
2d6
is
for
an
attribute
attribute check.
test. Yeah.
Psych plus one.
That's
and intimidate
KL
plus
one in the.
Ah, you got intimidate, Mick. Yeah. Hold on,
Yeah.
That might be the boy for us. There is interrogation.
Well,
skill.
this is specifically to try and figure something out.
Interrogation
Okay,
is creativity.
So I'm kind of curious why they'd attack this convoy, or why they were persuaded to weigh in on this convoy. Gears are not cheap. Like, they committed their gears to this action because they thought there was something to get from it. So why here?
Where's the
why
base?
now?
Where's the base is the real question we want to know.
That's exactly.
That's a good second question, though, Mick. That is, relevant.
So where's the base, and who's bankrolling them? Who made them feel like this is worth their while?
That one might take a little while longer to find out, but yeah.
Okay. So we've got an enemy combatant. We've captured them. They're at our mercy. They've got some bravado. They've got some commitment to the cause. They're not going to give it up
I ain't
easily.
saying nothing.
So how do we persuade them? How do
robot
we,
can
how do we get
piss
them
off.
to turn? You know where
Everybody,
you are.
give me a psychology roll if you've not rolled it already.
All right.
I got a 2.
For
See
for
how you wanna
attribute
elect?
rolls, do we just roll 2d6 or is it 2d6 keep lowest?
I rolled 2 to 6 keep lowest.
That's a fine question, Owen, and I don't remember.
Attribute rolls, if you ever asked about it, roll the attribute or just 2d6. But if it's a skill, it should be 2d6 keep lowest because it's interrogation. So attribute rolls happen
no,
if you
this is literally just an attribute roll
So then I think it's just 2d6
You add them together?
plus
Keep
stat.
going.
plus that. It's 2d6
Okay.
keep highest plus that.
Okay, then
Grand.
that's 4.
So
Okay.
I'm at psychology +1 for attributes. Can anyone get higher than that?
Yeah.
Sorry, damn it, I deleted wrong thing. So that's only 4, yeah.
Cool. Okay, so 4.
Okay.
And again, in the course, you want a roll from me?
Yeah, I just want everybody to give me a psychology roll just to get a measure of
Okay,
this guy.
so I think it's 2d6 +1 for me.
Okay.
I think Hoover's got a read on him.
Yeah,
So you
so
get a 5 as
so
well.
I'd get a
Five
5.
as well. So you guys are kind of giving him the most direct grilling. His responses don't really add up when you threaten him, and he just doesn't care. He
This
just
is
seems to have, and the fact that he's recognized from basic by Dyson. You just get the feeling this guy's been brainwashed, like actual like brainwashing, like.
And then stuffed in a mech. Wow. Huh.
Someone's
That's
got
a
to
lot.
lead a burn.
You knew this guy. Dyson. You knew this guy back in break in basic, and he wasn't very good. That's why he probably ended up in the militia rather than just being in, say, the Southern Republic or anything. But this guy was a die-hard Republican, like die-hard. Viva la République du Sud,
They're shoving these
And yeah,
cohibas
he's
into
out,
in
he's
the
out here
mech,
raiding and stuff.
put them in the jungle. They send them up against us. It make no sense. It's crazy. What are we gonna do, CO? What are we gonna do? Where we go from here?
He's our secondary thing. If we don't find anything else, we have to bring him back to base. But if he's not going to crack, he's not part of our mission. He's a secondary. He's a backup. We still have 2 days. Okay, Liam.
So bearing in mind your briefing. Your briefing was not to get the convoy from A to B.
Yeah, that's what I was
Your
about to
briefing is
ask.
to find out what's happening. So if you clear that road and send the convoy on its way, then and then you continue to investigate here, either by checking out the village or trying to figure out where these guys came from, then that can be your mission. And if you want to hand this guy off to the convoy, chain up, then that's no problem.
Yeah, I think we sent him off for the convoy. I don't think we have the facilities to get anything out of him.
You guys will know just from general briefings and stuff, being in the special forces and stuff. It takes a serious amount of deprogramming to de-brainwash somebody.
Yeah, we don't have the facilities. We could go feral, go northy, and just start cutting off his fingers and stuff. That's not going to help us.
Yeah, no. As much fun as it will be.
CO, what do you want to do? How are we gonna proceed?
Well, we can maybe track the gears through the jungle because they did come stomping up this way.
Clearly,
it
doesn't seem to make sense for them to be crossing the river if they were from that village. If they were based in that village that we heard about. It looks like to me like they are in the. Wait, sorry, I'm just trying to remember my reverse. Wait. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember my reverse map now again.
Well, the map is the same.
But okay, so sorry, I think I've gotten turned around because I thought we were heading north, but also the map was both maps were upside down.
Yeah.
So
This is a bend in the river, so
Okay.
The reason, so they can be a little bit inconsistent with maps and stuff. In general, the main polar pull is that way, but there's also like
Look,
magnetic signature
I think we all know why the map is on our official Southern Republic propaganda is with south at the top. I think we can figure that part out. The question is, okay, so they were coming from the west, so it seems that west is the most likely way to go, because if there's a river there, they might be smart enough to ford the river twice. They certainly seem to know where the fords were, but I think in terms of left or right, I think west is most likely to be where our thing. So we're going to have to head towards the western mountains. Is the village that we were told about, is that on the west?
Oh,
it would be south of your location. Wait, south? No, north of your current location.
Wait, so we've
that way.
already gone past Tuodan.
No,
Right?
you haven't. I don't.
we haven't passed Tuodan, which if
I might have
you-
got this map upside down, guys, and if I did, I apologize for that. I
But
just
do
I
that-
always
no,
just have a
it's
thing of
double
going
upside
top
down,
bottom.
because both are.
It's a jungle, man. It goes up and down and around, and you know, getting around mountain passes and stuff.
Turns around, man. Turns around.
You've not hit the village yet.
think about it this way.
Nearby.
Our interest is getting resources to the south.
Yeah.
So
Wait.
if you look at a map and you see north is down, then we want to go up.
Your
We
interest
wa-
is following orders, soldier.
Yeah.
But we want resources to flow to the south rather than be captured by northern agitists. You know, these misaligned, misinformed misanthropes who want to disrupt our economy. Our purpose here is to make sure that everything flows south. South being up.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just expecting you to turn around and say greed is good.
I have no
Come on,
idea.
Gordon Gecko.
I have no idea where on the map we are, but I know they want to be on the other side of the river from where we are. So we want
They
to,
were heading that way, yeah.
so
Yeah.
we want to cross wherever on the map we are. We want to cross the river and go that way,
Yeah.
If
Okay.
we want to
Look,
strike their camp, yeah.
or we
it
want
looks to me like we are going to have to head towards that village and do recon, but I want to take care with it. It's either okay. It's either we head to that village and do recon, see if there's any connection.
Apologies, I'm rechecking my map, and the village is north is that way,
You
east
can
of here.
drop something on it.
So east is
Yeah.
that away.
Across the river.
Yeah, across the river.
Liam?
No, hold on. North. Never.
Okay,
Wait. Oh
Liam,
wait. No, you're right.
Liam,
Okay,
it's
hang on.
time
Yep.
to wrap up
Yeah.
this session.
Yeah.
So, we've been the adventuring party.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. We're tactical operators, highly trained. We know which way is east. We promise.
It's just me being a cabbage and not knowing.
So, Liam, we're going to defer to you now. You're going to wrap this up, and we might come back
Yep.
to this.
So we're gonna wrap this up. Actually, the next section I would expect to be a lot more. This is the kind of combat heavy section. To kind of teach you into the gear mechanics and stuff.
Learn a lot.
Next time should be a lot more skill based, roleplay based, and there might be some
So
person scale
anti-personnel
packs and
grenade
stuff rather
launchers,
than
you're
full on
saying?
map.
Never mind.
We've had a few hours with you folks. Liam has been our GM tonight. It's been an absolute blast. A bank holiday weekend where we got to stomp around the jungle in big old mechs. We've had a few insane operators. Scar, how would you characterize your mech?
It makes things explode. What more do you want from it?
Shane, you're prima donna. You've got a book, more than one book deal in the offing. But what you're hoping to get from this is...
Shane was the one who was the gymnast.
Sorry, Sean. So Sean, Lucian has got a book deal in the offing, right? A big media profile. hoping to spin all of this out into
It's going to
A
be
possible court martial.
whoa. No, mini series. I'm going to sell millions.
There might be some treason charges too if the dirt to see is juicy enough, you know.
Pete Owen, you've come in with a big, meaty operator whose
Absolutely.
only objective is to.
Be the best, baby. But no, flat point blank damage. So much bazooka fire, so much. And after that, I've got a spike thing to punch people in the head with. It's great.
Oh yeah, those are good.
It's great.
For my own part, Lyle, he's an understated operator. He doesn't want to draw any attention to himself. He just wants to get the job done. His only interests are seeing the South rise again. And Liam, if you take us on the next part of our journey, we'll be heading towards a base of operations for these insurgents, right? Something like that.
Potentially, the base of operations, or you can your leads are check out the village, try and track these gears back where they came from, and well, we'll see what just do next. Maybe even clear the road for those trucks to not get blown up.
Oh yeah,
But for
that's
now, we've been the adventuring party. You can find us on Discord. You can find us on Libsyn,
And
where
apparently
we
Twitch.
output our episodes. We're on YouTube occasionally. Hell, I think we're
next
even
time
on
we will
Twitch.
try see if we can get the stream to also simulcast on YouTube. Although, hearing how much quickly my connection died just doing this, I'm not sure I'll be able to.
We're learning as we go.
Yeah.
Well, we've
Yep.
had a great time this evening. And guys, thank you to everyone who's joined us tonight. It's been a bit weird, a bit wild. Thank you to all of our contributors, and obviously, we'll see you again. Let's discuss what happened here on our Discord, online. You know where to find us. But for now,
Any feedback, welcome.
Liam,
But yeah,
Take us
for
out.
now, this party's over.
I haven't cut yet. See you guys.